doing that because I want to take long showers with you assholes.
Ain't you them kids that have been whacking off in my tool shed?
By a bunch of fucking ice holes like yourselves.
Yeah, well, listen, you ought to ditch the geeks in the car with now and get in with us, but that's all right. We'll worry about that later.
Oh, my God. There's 100 morons in my basement.
It's you, Larry.
Lollygaggers.
Lollygaggers.
Diamond dogs have struck again.
Real prick.
No, they could be a lot worse.
Why did you kiss my ear? Why are you holding my hand? Where's your other hand? Between two pillows. Those aren't pillows.
4 of us wolves running around the desert together in Las Vegas looking for strippers and cocaine.
1, 2, 3, Benchwarmers!
Live from Scott's parents' basement, this is the Basement Benchwarmers Podcast.
The Basement Benchwarmers Podcast back on a short week. Had not many practice this week. Not much to get prepared going off the last week's.
Are you talking?
Yeah, last week's scouting, right? Right. But yeah, we're here on a Sunday because we won't be around tomorrow night. So let's start out how we start out every week. Let's get this going. Tonight we have Jason for a little bit. Then we have Tim and Willie and myself. So let's start with Jace. Since you haven't been here for a while, what you been up to?
Microphone's off.
Hello?
There you go.
There we go.
Hint, hint.
Just working. Found out I might be getting an internship at the Seminole Golf Club in Jupiter, Florida next spring and summer.
Sweet.
So hopefully I'll get that. Otherwise, I could end up at Shore Acres down in Lake Bluff, so that's cool. But yeah.
Florida,
right.
Lake Bluff. I don't know.
Yeah, at least it's not Florida or Ohio.
That's a good one. I like that, Florida, Ohio. Oh, that's good.
That was one of my favorite segments for those guys.
Yeah. We did it here for a while.
Did you?
Yeah, and I stopped getting them. I should do it. It's pretty fun. You find some crazy stories.
Fuck
man.
yeah.
It's nuts. Cool.
Yeah, just work, and now I'm done with my normal job at the golf course, so now I get to get ready for the snow. Yay.
Sweet.
Are you going to be doing snow removal?
Yeah, I do it. It's Wiser Development out of Milwaukee.
Okay.
They do landscaping in the summer, then obviously other stuff in the snow in the winter.
Nice.
So yeah, they got a bunch of. We do out by Woodman's, Best Buy, Gander Mountain, Noodles and Company, Dunkin' Donuts.
Nice.
All the Aldi's, stuff in Racine.
All these nuts?
Where do they leave their vehicles? Do you have to drive up to get them, or
No, go to Meijer, the distribution center. That's where we all meet.
Oh, okay.
If you go by, you see all those loaders sitting in that back corner.
Mm-hmm.
That's all our stuff.
So you do Meijer as well?
Yeah, we have 3 loaders there. We do Kroger too.
Okay.
We have 1 there, and then we got 2 loaders out in the back of Woodman's. So, yep, you doing that?
How did Collinsworth Kid get a fucking job? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good.
Right. Sorry.
Oh, and we do the non-existent Foxconn also.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That never came.
Is there
God? Where's Ed when we need him?
I know. Ed,
miss you, Ed.
He's sitting in a tree right now, going, "I got a good one for that."
He's writing it down. He's on the shitter like right now. The shit list.
That's awesome.
Because he can't watch us because he's social media.
Inept.
Yeah, inept.
You can go on YouTube and find us.
Oh, yeah.
Or on our website. You can go right to the website, Benchwarmers website,
Yeah.
and see the stream right from there.
Yeah.
Clean stream and everything.
Are we going to go to Grazzi's open house?
Oh, yeah. He sent us a message ago. Yeah.
Live from the Grazie.
That would be kind of cool. We get all the bench warmers there.
At whose house?
Grazie.
Ron's house. Oh, sorry.
So,
sorry.
Tim, how was your last night?
My week is all right. Nothing really special. Contemplating, if I'm like part of the podcast or if I am the podcast. So that was what I've done this week. So that's it.
What was your answer?
I am the podcast. God damn it!
You're in the mirror.
Just call me the little beard.
Willie, how about you?
Played in the dartball tournament yesterday.
Oh, how'd that go?
Yeah, how'd that go?
We ran into a buzzsaw. We played a very strong team from Milwaukee. They put up 14 runs on us, and we could only manage to squeak out 2. And then we played this team from Watertown, and I was at the board, and in 1 inning, they put up 12 runs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you went 2 in the boot?
2 in the boot, man.
Yeah.
2 in the boot.
Two in the boot.
I guarantee both those teams probably made it
Close to the top 3,
yeah.
at least.
Yeah.
How many teams?
I think they had 20.
Oh, good.
20,
Nice turnout.
good turnout.
That was
They had,
a charity, right?
Charity
It was
for the one of the I can't remember which one it was now, but it was for the armed services.
Yes.
And it was nice. They had a good turnout. They had a lot of good baskets. They had a wagon full of booze, stuff like that. And then last night I went on a pub crawl downtown they're raising money to make a bronze owl.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that, yeah.
So we kind of walked around, and we went to Cheers, Union Park Tavern, Champions, Patios, and Captain Mike's. And then you went back to the port, and they drew a poker hand for you.
You lost me at the port.
Yeah, the port.
Yeah, you lost me. No port.
No port?
Port's terrible.
It was.
The port was cool when you were like 21.
Yeah.
23, 27. I won like one of the most fun pool games I've ever played in my life. I won $50
at the port.
At the port, $100 actually. It was $50 a man because like these guys are, Mark Kriedeman, bowler.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah. So we bowled together on Thursday nights, and we go all over the place, like play pool and shit. So we're at the port. These guys are playing pool. That fucking pool table the size of this fucking table. Rinky dink shit. These guys are like, oh, we're playing for serious money. I go, okay, what's serious money? He goes, $5 a man. I go, you sure about that? And he's like, oh, what do you want to play for? I go, how about $50 a guy? The guy's like, well, hold on a second. Goes to his friend. He's talking. I'm like, fuck, yes or no? So he's like, all right, we'll play it. Okay. Told Creederman, Mark's like, I don't have that kind of money. I'm like, don't worry about it. I got it. And he goes, I'm not that good. I go, just watch. Guy gets up there.
The money
we already won. So we won. Fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you got a card hand, you said? Did you win anything?
I did win something. They had like a drawing for like these bags of booze, and they had like gift cards in it. And I'm trying to think. I won like $50. Oh, I won like I think $50 at the Frank's Diner.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so and I won 4 bottles of booze. I don't remember all of them, but it was a nice little package. And then Tony's lady, Marceline, she won the 50-50.
Did she really?
Yeah.
Good for her.
So I mean, it wasn't much, but it was nice. It was
it enough to get some more whipped cream?
I think he's stocked full now. But yeah, so that was good evening. What about yourself?
First thing I want to say is I guess we should start out. It was Veterans Day yesterday.
Yeah.
Obviously, we all dedicate gratitude to the veterans of this country, serving in the past and now, past and present. So I'll start by saying that Veterans Day, my dad was a veteran, or is a veteran.
My dad's a veteran.
Yep. So, yeah. So just bring that up. Yes, I went to see Adam Sandler last night at the Pfizer Forum. Very good. Very entertaining. He did not sing the Hanukkah song.
Who opened?
Kevin James.
Get out.
No, he came out and did like a small, like 15-minute joke he did. That
Is
was
that
the
right?
opener. Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Wasn't he with somebody else?
Just some guy came out for like maybe 2 minutes and said some stuff. And
Jim Gaffigan?
No.
Wasn't that one?
No.
Right.
And actually, the guy from Bobby Boucher came out. The guy his eyes are always crooked.
Yeah.
He came out for like a bit and just said the Bobby Boucher part and walked off. It was kind of weird.
He was in Grown Ups too.
Yeah,
he's his friend. He's in all the movies. Yeah,
all of his buddies,
all those guys are. Yeah.
But yeah, good show. Didn't do the Hanukkah song. Was upset. Kind of. That's what I was looking for. Did do the Chris Farley song, which is always cool to see.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good show though. It's just that comedy you have to get.
Right.
Some of the stuff. He had a great joke about the dictionary. It was incredible. It was one of the funniest jokes I've heard in my life. It was basically the joke was set up, and he did it obviously in his way, but it was set up where Merriam-Webster's mom was making Merriam-Webster have his brother, who was kind of a loser, help him work the dictionary. So he basically would come in and say, I don't care. And he was like a, kind of a prick to Merriam-Webster. And he was like, you're going to put this word in there. I don't care if you do it on Wednesday. W-E-D-N-E. So all these words, every word he picked out was these words that have awful spellings.
Right.
Like, oh, you've had enough? Oh, enough. E-N-O-U-G-A. And that's what he was doing. So it was kind of like making up Merriam-Webster's brother did all the shitty words in the dictionary. So it was, the way he did it was way funnier than I'm doing it, but it was hilarious. It was, I was crying laughing. It was such a funny joke. But yeah, good show. It was a fun time. A friend of the show, Clayton, and we went there, and it was a good time.
He's a friend of the show?
Went to Drinks Wisconsinably.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Are we going there tomorrow?
Oh yeah.
Sweet.
Had an old fashioned. It was pretty good. Yeah, solid. So yeah.
No, are we going there tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, is that his stage? Like he has a bunch of guitars up on stage too and stuff.
Yeah,
like
he plays guitar like probably 8 or 9 songs. He does like.
And he didn't do the Hanukkah song.
No, not the Thanksgiving song either.
Really?
And I hate to be. This will be my Ed coming out of me. I wonder if he's not doing a Hanukkah song because everything going on right now. He wants to walk the tightrope. Like he shouldn't do it.
He should do it.
But and I'm not saying because I saw him. I was trying to talk to Jenny. I couldn't remember last time we saw him, but he did the Hanukkah song last time, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't at Christmas time. And we're pretty close to Christmas, and the Thanksgiving song too. He has that song. Why not sing that one at least? So I don't know. Whatever. So yeah, it is what it is. But it was a good show. It was entertaining. We had a good time, and yeah, it was fun. So
was it sold out?
Yes, they looked like it was, and it says I saw something. It was a sold out show. So
Did they have the top
it
was open?
It was basically like seeing a concert with an end stage. It was full, so probably 16,000 to 17,000 people. Probably.
It's not open behind him then.
No,
it's
no.
just it's how it was for Shinedown.
It was a closed stage. They had a big screen behind them, like a big screen, so you could see him good. They were huge screens, so you can see him and everything fine. So, so yeah, it was fun. We had a good time, and yeah, my week besides that, nothing special. Oh, I bowling the other night. I shot 298.
What'd you miss?
I just threw it a little out and a little slow and left a 2. I don't know, 1, 2, I don't know, to 3, 4, 5, 3, 6 maybe.
3, 6, all right.
Yeah, I left the 3,
Makes
6,
sense.
cut it high at the end. So yeah, and I was more upset only shooting like 685 because I shot terrible. The first game I shot 180. Next game I shot 211 in that game. So I was more upset that I wouldn't have shot 70 if I shot 300. So I was even more upset that I didn't shoot 7. So.
Right.
But you know what? It is what it is. So yeah, that was my week. So let's start off how we start every week, and we will talk about the good, bad, and ugly this past week. And let's start with Tim tonight. Tim, you start.
Yeah.
I don't think we never start with the guys in the middle.
All right.
So we'll go with Tim, and then we'll go Willie, me, then Jace. If Jace wants to join us, we want to join us, Jace.
Why not?
Okay.
So what are we starting with?
You pick.
Really?
Pick. Yeah. First guy picks. What we want to do good, bad, or ugly. Your call.
All right. I'm gonna go with the bad. My least favorite college basketball coach was Tim Mulkey. So LSU got beat by the University of Colorado opening night. You know, that's not really like the surprise thing.
Like on ring night, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Dion was there or not, but they lost 92-78, and she basically slammed her players for lack of effort. So, and she said she's not surprised. So, you know, kind of makes me wonder, like, isn't it her job to make sure that her players are ready to play and motivated and, you know, so just thought it was kind of interesting to start the year that way and, you know, blame her players and not taking responsibility for not having her players prepared. So, great job.
Yeah, I saw that whole thing, and this ain't like when I say ring night, it's not fair to NBA teams. When you play in the NBA on ring night, you're playing competition that you could get beat.
Right.
The NBA, no matter if you're playing the worst team there or the best, you can get beat any night. Doesn't matter who they are. In college basketball, though, Colorado should not beat LSU.
Oh,
I don't believe so.
Right. Well, they're 18, so it's not like they weren't.
Yeah.
You know, they're not like.
But not that bad.
No.
And, you know what I'm saying.
Right.
I mean, you're champs, and we got the.
Yeah, they're not Chaminade. I mean.
And Deion's daughter plays on that team, correct? She's on that team.
Yeah.
Yeah, she plays on the Colorado women's team, the Buffaloettes.
Yeah.
Is that what they call them?
The Buffs.
The Buffs. The Buffalo. In the Buffs?
The Muffs? I mean,
No,
what?
Whoa, hey, yeah.
Where's Ed?
Right.
He's deep in the muff. I mean, the bush. Wait, stop. Willie, you're bad.
My bad is James Franklin's record against top 10 teams.
That's a good one.
He's 3-17, and against Ohio State and Michigan, he's 4-16. I wanted to look up to see how much money this guy makes a year.
I agree with you, but it comes down to this: they are like in the second tier of Big Ten teams. They always have, like, for the last few years, Michigan and Ohio State are just better than they are. I mean,
Right.
it's not like he's going in with these teams that are evenly matched. It's like we're losing. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Tennessee is not evenly matched. Oh, we're evenly matched and we're losing these games. I don't think Penn State's as good as Ohio State or Michigan.
No,
I
they
don't
don't
think.
recruit. I mean-
I don't think they're that good.
Right.
They haven't been
As
since
good-
Saquon was there.
As good. They're going to be a Citrus Bowl team or something like that
Right.
for a lot of years, which nothing wrong with that.
No.
But I'm sure Penn State fans and Franklin also would want to win. He's not just going, oh, we're good with this. You know?
Right.
But I just don't think they're built, like that to do that.
Yeah,
at this point.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
He replaced Bill O'Brien, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. And Bill O'Brien took on the stink after Joe Paterno.
Yeah, and he did a
correct?
great job
Yeah,
there.
yeah, and I give him a lot of credit, Bill O'Brien, and I give a lot of credit. They rebuilt that whole program
Yep.
to where it was. You know, they did.
Right.
It's not a championship program yet, but it
Right.
could be. Not right now, though. But you're right. James Franco record is pretty. It stands out, and you know what?
And-
if you're in those games and you're a Big Ten coach, you get to hear about it.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And he fired his offensive coordinator, too.
Yes,
did.
yes, yeah.
Right, which I think is it's funny because, like, Twitter's like, they fired the wrong coach.
They say that every year. That's
I
the
know.
problem.
Right.
It's always they should fire James Franklin for that. It's ever since Saquon was there. They haven't been as good as that year, and it's always they got to fire him, but they're not going to ever because he does a.
Was it? Say, I think Franklin wasn't there when Saquon was he?
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
Because it was him and
His
Trace McSorley.
So his
Yeah.
first year was.
Well, Trace McSorley was there for 8 years. So.
Yeah.
That was Trace McSorley's coming out year.
Yeah.
He was in the showers with the coaches before that. So,
All right.
yikes.
James Franklin makes more than Craig Counsell. He makes $8.5 million per year.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, but he came from the SEC.
Yeah, I don't know.
My
Bad
bad. My bad is the Browns will be the Brown. Wait. What happened? Oh, I'm sorry. They're not the Browns anymore. They won today. They won a game at Baltimore after missing the extra point that would have tied the game. I'm like, this is just. And I'm a Bear fan, so I'm not making fun because I see how it goes. It's just stuff that happens when you're actually trying to get over that hump and you just can't get stuff right. And guess what? They got it right at the end.
Yeah.
Good for them. Good for that coaching staff. Good for the Browns. Not good for Deshaun Watson because I hate him. Piece of crap and should be in the NFL.
Agreed.
But the rest of the team, Miles Garrett, guys like that deserve this. Deserve that win there. I'm sure they get to hear about it all the time. They were down by 2 touchdowns twice in that last 14 or 18 minutes and came back and won. And that's my bad because that's a badass day for those guys.
Yeah, it
Good
is.
for them. Congratulations to the Browns to turn
Except
that
for
corner.
Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, and now put themselves in the conversation to win that division possibly.
Yeah.
There you go. That
That
was a
is
huge win, and I'm happy. Like a Miles Garrett guy, I saw him on. I was thinking we were talking this the other day. I saw him on the podcast on Pat McAfee.
Pat McAfee.
I thought he was a great interview. Great
awesome.
guy,
It was
down to
very
earth,
good.
funny,
Very good.
Right.
He laid back guy, just a good guy.
Yeah. Any dude that gets into Halloween as much as he does, he's got to be a great guy.
Look at this guy.
It's Derek Carr.
Oh, it's Derek Carl O'Connell.
Yeah. Yeah. Did he get hurt today? Did Carr get hurt?
He got a shoulder and a concussion. Same play. He got cut in half. Bottom low.
I
High low.
came home from golf, turned on the TV, and I was watching Jameis Winston throwing pitch.
Jameis Winston had a little comeback. Got him back. So,
Was Michael Thomas throwing bricks at him?
I should have.
so what was your bad?
Oh, the Big Ten.
Yeah. Good call.
I mean, okay, so clearly, because because watch my words, fuck the Astros, because I still think they cheated. Because obviously, you see how all these Michigan players are reacting. All these Michigan players are reacting how they're reacting to this, and everybody around the program. So clearly, you look at it, it's like, well, the players aren't going to know because how can you trust 100 people to keep a secret like that and not tell anybody? But I still think that there's no way that they did anything with Harbaugh knowing at least.
How
to that
about dude? They
extent.
all do it. They all.
100%.
Right.
This is
And
the problem. It's what they're saying it is. They're picking on the guy that nobody likes in the room.
Right.
That's what they're doing. They never did it to Jim Tressel. Jim Tressel wasn't the same thing. It was totally different, something different with Jim Tressel's
Absolutely.
situation.
Right.
That was more violations that are against the code of college football.
Right.
This is something that every team does from high school to the pros. It doesn't matter. The pros don't do it because they have mics in their helmets now. They don't have to worry about it anymore.
I mean, if you want to say it's wrong, my junior year of baseball, we were taking signs from the catcher and the team. I get it's a different sport, but you still shouldn't do it. They say
It's just a.
Hey, if you're not trying,
If you're not cheating, you're
You're
not
not
trying.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
that's the old.
doing not saying we don't know what it is, but the Astros, that's a different type of cheating right there. That's using technology to cheat, which in a different sense
nah, you
isn't.
got a tattoo.
Yeah, that goes over the edge.
That's-
absolutely.
if you-
and having people not involved in the team helping them.
Right.
It's different if I'm on the sidelines and I scout and I went and got signs. I watched and paid attention, got signs from other teams, and I'm on the sidelines as a coach and I'm helping you. That's different.
Right.
But if I'm a guy in the
You're sitting in the
bullpen
stand,
hitting
yeah.
the bucket or whatever they did.
Yeah.
I mean,
which, and like Pat McAfee said too, almost every NFL team is out there. They're hiring these guys out of the military that can decode these signs and stuff so you can get that advantage. Nothing's wrong with it.
But
And
I think it's an easy fix for college football. Just put. I know it's a liability issue. I've heard that from. I think we talked about it a few weeks ago.
We talked about it last week.
They don't want
yeah.
to change the helmets because that's a liability issue for the kids to put a mic in it because it might change the structure of the helmet. But for Christ's sake, we put people on the moon. I mean, we can figure out how to put a microphone in a helmet.
Wait,
or
we
a
put people on the moon?
Land on the moon.
You sound like you're from London.
But yeah, so technology-wise, there's a way to figure it out, and they should. I think it'd make it way easier it'd make the flow of college football game better too. Instead of most, I mean, well, then the thing, then you could do, but if it cuts out at 15 seconds or 10, you don't have the option. Some of these teams wait till the last second. They're all looking over, and they run up at 5 seconds, run the play.
Right.
So it's going to change the game a little bit too.
Right.
And you know what? You don't have to use the mic.
No.
But it'll be there as an option.
Right.
And I think it needs to be fixed with that. And this is all over, and you don't have to worry about it
Right.
anymore. Because, like you said, Tim, everybody does it.
Absolutely.
It's not.
well,
it's
and I
not
think
just Michigan. It's
because
not.
one of the big things with it was a money thing too that they used against it, and another thing is now you got all these guys signing these NIL deals and people going wherever they want because they can get money now. So now you can't use it as money anymore. You can't use it as that you have you have Alabama with all this money, and you have a school like Rutgers who doesn't put any money really into their football team.
Well, that's the thing. That if they did the microphone thing, or I'm sorry, not the microphone, the speaker option, every school would have to be given that by the NCAA. It wouldn't be a purchase you'd have to buy and be given to. Because as they said, some teams wouldn't be able to afford them. Well, that's not how it works. I think every team.
You get the technology, yeah.
Every team in the Big Ten. And you know what then? If you played a team without microphones or without
the
speakers, you can't use yours on that game.
Agreed.
Take them out.
Right.
So, but whatever. So,
well, and the best thing there was another report that came out that said the Big Ten was there were a bunch of teams coming together trying to get Michigan signs because Michigan was cheating. So they were trying to steal.
Purdue
so yet again,
and Rutgers.
Yeah.
And,
so it's yet again.
and they were sharing shine with each other,
Yeah.
going, "Hey, this is what we figured out."
And like I said, just with the way that all the players are going about it, you got Charles Woodson on Fox wearing Michigan versus everybody. You got Tom Brady doing posts about it. So I don't think that there was anything that they did. I just think the Big Ten just tried to make everybody happy and just said screw it, and that's that.
Because they were having threats of like people leaving, or Michigan was talking about leaving the Big Ten now because of the suspension. So it's gonna shake up college football a little bit, I think. So
I'm not gonna. I don't agree with you. There was probably something there, but not that nobody else is doing.
right.
They need
Well, Michigan State threatened not to play against Michigan because of
don't.
it. Yeah,
Don't.
dumb. Go
Well,
ahead.
I would threaten not to play against Michigan State since they're putting Hitler on the board before the game.
Yeah.
So,
There you go.
fine. If you don't want to play me, I don't want to play you because you're putting Hitler on your board and your coach is touching people.
Yeah.
So
Tim, you're ugly.
My ugly is the LA Clippers being 0-3. James Harden. The end.
0-4 now.
0-4. Sorry.
It just popped up. So
Right.
I was going to use that, but 0-4. I'm sorry, but they're 0 up. They're 0 and whatever.
They're 0 with James Harden.
Oh, since then.
Right. Because I am the system. Right. So fuck you. Keep losing.
Yep. 76ers and 76ers are playing the best basketball. they've played in 2
76ers
years.
7-1.
Playing
Yeah.
the best basketball. Maxey stepped up.
Right.
And the kid, I forget his name all the time.
Oubre.
No.
Dude got hit by a car.
Yeah, not him.
Yeah.
Well, obviously not him.
Right.
No. But the guy that we talked about this week ago, Maxey, and they have another guy on the team. It's been all over.
With the Bucks, with the Magic
Yes,
too. Yeah. The
Tobias
Bucks-
Harris.
Yeah.
so
Tobias Harris.
They got a good team.
They do.
They're solid.
Right.
And good for them.
Right.
We can root for them a little more now, just in spite.
Well, I mean, when you have a coach that like plays to your strengths as well, I mean, you know what I mean. So, Doc Rivers. I mean, hey,
you're ugly.
My ugly is Harbaugh suspension, and basically because of the timing of it all. 20 hours before the game,
Yeah.
on a day that they knew that he couldn't get into court because it was a holiday because they observed
Veterans Day.
Veterans Day on
Veterans Day.
Friday. He was on the plane, and I guess the commissioner was unavailable because he was on a plane going down to Texas But you know who? I mean, yeah. So you couldn't even get a hold if Harbaugh wanted to get a hold of him or somebody wanted to get a hold of him, you couldn't because this guy was on a plane. And then the bottom line is, you know what? They suspended before the investigation is complete.
Yeah.
So isn't that normally how it normally works?
And I guess, and it's 20 hours before they're one of their bigger games at this point in the season.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, on paper, it was one of their biggest games they had to this point competition.
This game and Ohio State. That's
but I'm saying 20 hours before a game that you're going to play a top
they
10
supposedly
team.
said that he could have been there, not on the field, but there was something that came out that said he could have been at the game but chose not to be.
He was at the hockey
but
game.
was sitting in the stands ain't going to help him.
That's
And
then all you're gonna do is get just people all over you.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny. He's probably on the plane like Michael in The Office trying to call David Wallace.
Oh yeah.
Sir, your daughter says there's an emergency at school.
But yeah, I mean, just the timing. You know who went off on it was
Stephen A. Smith.
Portnoy.
Dave.
Dave Portnoy.
Oh my God, you should see this.
You should go back.
Watch the video.
You should go back to testing pizzas. Fuck him.
I was gonna bring it up and play it, but he was just.
Is he a Michigan guy?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sure is.
My ugly is kind of the. I mean, there's a lot of good football games in the NFL. A lot of come down to the wire games. But my ugly is the NFL in general. The refereeing, just so like 7 or 8 teams with three wins or less. I mean, the refereeing is a huge thing. Like we were watching a game today. I was watching, and the crappy thing is Seattle ended up winning this game. They got a pass interference call under 2 minutes, and I don't think it was pass interference. The game went first down on 4th down, and I think Washington could have ran the clock out and won the game, but they don't call that.
Well, it was like 10 yards over him.
And no, it was on him. It was on him, but it wasn't a pass interference. It hit his hand, but the guy was kind of behind DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf's a big dude.
Yeah, he is.
He was behind him. He wasn't hooking him or nothing. I didn't think bad enough to. And then the play went on. They scored. And they got the field goal, and they ended up winning Seattle. So I saw it like 5 or 6 times that these calls in these spots. That it's like almost like I don't think the refs care who win. It's almost like they just want to extend the game to make it interesting. You know what I mean? It's not that they're saying I want Seattle to win, but let's give Seattle one more first down. Let's see what they can do and make it more interesting to get the ratings up. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying they want a winner. They just want to keep it going as long as they can. Because the only time these games end is when there's an actual pick thrown or turnover because the refs can't. By that time, it's like, we can't throw a flag here because it's too obvious or something. It's just weird. It's weird to me at times.
Didn't the Packers have a call like that too, where Pickens threw behind the running back and it wasn't a forward pass?
I didn't see. Oh yeah. Well, it looked like it goes down the line. I don't know because on Red Zone they showed it like once. They flipped over and they never really came back. And the guy said, they called it. So they showed the replay once, and I didn't see it more than once.
It was on X, and it looked like it was behind the line. It should have been a fumble.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
I don't know. It's just
like they said on Pat McAfee. I think 2 weeks ago they were like, you know what we need to have? We just need to set Gene Steratore down in front of like 70 different TVs. And then he just refs every single game from his couch. And whenever there's a penalty, they just put him on the Jumbotron at every stadium. He makes the call.
That's funny.
Yeah, so just and the NFL is my favorite pro sport, pretty much hands down, personally. And then I like basketball, baseball. I like them all, to be honest. I watch a little hockey too, but overall, football is when I'll take over all of them. But it's just sometimes you kind of sit here and going. And I saw it like 3 times there. I was like,
Have you seen the pro pickleball league?
No,
PPA?
I'm going to join in watching that. Saw Nowitzki and Jason Kidd playing the other night.
Did you?
They were playing with 2 other guys, actual players, and they were there was like athletes playing with like pickleball guys. Notice I said athletes with pickleball guys. But I think about Nowitzki, and the guy that played with Nowitzki was like 6'3", too. The 6'3", the guy, that pickleball guy. Think about Nowitzki and this 6'3" guy standing at the net on you.
Right.
Where are you going to go? You
Right.
got to hit it at their feet. Like they say, you got to keep it low for sure on them. You get anywhere
And
up
stay
here,
out of the kitchen at the same
they're
time.
going to smoke it on you. They're
Right.
going to kill you with the ball. So, but yeah, I heard about that. I didn't see it, but yeah. So maybe I got to check it out.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll see
PPA,
it. That's my favorite sport.
It was on ESPN today. The championship. I was flipping through. I'm like, oh, what's this?
Pickleball used to be on the Ocho. Now it's on ESPN every day.
Right.
It's the evolution of the world.
Oh, just like bags. You'd never seen cornhole on TV, you know. And everybody used to laugh. You know, oh, cornhole. You said cornhole.
Wait till the wintertime.
Yeah. You're ugly.
Ugly.
Time's up.
I mean, it's just always reffing. But yet again, I mean, the reffing just gets worse every week, I guess, honestly. So, yeah.
Okay.
And I will add to what you're saying about, my favorite reality show to watch is the NFL. My favorite drama is college football. It's about how it goes right now.
Tim, good.
My good's Philadelphia 76ers being 7-1.
Yeah,
So,
nice.
yeah.
Good.
So that was my good.
Cool. Willie.
Mine is it's obvious. I mean, it's all been pretty about Michigan. So Michigan's win against
Big win
against Penn State. So you know what? That's actually their first team in the top 45 that they played.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, who they got next week?
Maryland.
And then they got Ohio State.
Ohio State. Yeah.
Okay. At or home this year?
It's at the Horseshoe.
At the
Yeah.
Horseshoe, okay.
Oh wait, no,
And then they
isn't
play
it?
Iowa, right, in the championship game?
Yeah, they're gonna have to play Iowa.
No, it's in.
I thought it was there last year.
You
It was. I think it was there last year. 'cause
You're right.
2 years ago, they won. They beat them for the first time,
First
like
time.
10 years, and it was snowing in Michigan.
They beat them
yeah.
2 years in a row now, right?
Yeah, because they beat them 2 years ago at home in
Yeah.
the snow, and then last year in the Horseshoe.
Don't overlook Maryland, and I think they beat them again. If they don't, if they don't, they're gonna. I think
Maryland?
they'll beat Ohio
Maryland's
State.
been putting up
yeah.
some
Well,
fights.
I'm just saying,
They-
don't
they-
overlook
don't-
Maryland.
no, you
They've been
can't.
put,
Don't
they,
overlook nobody.
they kept up with
What?
Ohio State.
Don't overlook
Is
Maryland.
it?
And that's a huge thing
Julie?
for them. Jim
Julie,
Harbaugh
yeah.
being allowed to be at practice and being around the team is huge too. And the thing I will say about Harbaugh, and I not to change subject, but I will say that Harbaugh, the reason I think I would love to see him as the Bears coach, you can just see once he sets something up, it's set up to succeed.
Right.
And it's all about the right players. I mean,
and look what he did in San Francisco.
I was
you know?
watching games today, and you watch it's interesting to me. Like you watch, and Tim may agree or disagree with this. I'll go off. I've never seen a really good offense in Chicago, so I can't tell you. But the offense in Green Bay just looks inept at times, and it's about the players. It's about the players.
Agreed.
Really. And if
There's no veterans.
if Matt LaFleur had the right players, the team might be great. We don't know. I don't know. You play calling. I don't know if you disagree or agree with what he does. Sometimes I have no idea. But if the thing is, I watch a lot of teams run on 2nd and 4 and get the first down. My team's not doing it's a bad play call. So it's
right.
If your team knows what they're doing and doing it right. Like I was watching today. The perfect example is like watching. Perfect example is the Minnesota Vikings right now. Cousins was great in the offense, but Dobbs is great too. He's playing really well in the offense too. Nothing's really the offense. There's guys open. He's finding them. That's the key.
Right.
You need to find the guys that are open when they're open. That's the key, and it makes you, and it's all about these systems and the guys getting right. Not many there's a lot of quarterbacks in the league we don't know because they stay with teams for a long time.
Right.
But I think I think Jim Harbaugh is the guy. If he gets in the right situation and the right guys are in his system, it's a Shanahan thing.
Right.
My favorite coach in the NFL.
There's a lot
The
of
Shanahan thing. Any guy quarterbacks that team, and it's a right mindset guy.
It's not any quarterback.
Yeah, but it's a right mindset guy. You know what I mean?
Right.
They decided to ditch Trey Lance, which is probably smart.
Right.
They got Darnold as the backup because they knew that would be a guy that can maybe, if Brock Purdy goes on, they can maybe rely on this guy.
Yep.
And Purdy's played well. Came back today, played again very well again today after a couple games.
Against a great defense,
Against
too.
a very
Yeah.
good defense on the road after being losing 3 in a row.
Right.
So I just think it's crazy, the system stuff, man. But anyway,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Jim Harbaugh was talking about. I brought him up for some reason. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I think that there's a lot of people thinking the suspension might be his gateway to the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, I think the big thing for that whole thing, and I really would like him to see him in Chicago, but the thing is, Chicago ain't going to do that. That's not Chicago. They're not going to spend money on a guy like that. That's not what they do. Unless Kevin Warren. Now, that's the thing. Kevin Warren is a Big Ten commissioner.
Right.
Does Kevin Warren like Jim Harbaugh?
Yeah, we'll see.
And
I think he's going to the Chargers. That's just my personal.
But, yeah, and I you know why? Because the Bears, and you I don't know if you know, but you can see how they've hired the last X amount of years. They never hire a guy that they probably should hire.
Right.
Like the year they had Cutler and all them, it should have been Mark Trestman and those guys around there. They should have got a veteran coach in there to run.
Yeah.
To
It should have been
Like
what's
John
his name?
No.
It should have been. It was supposed to be the Cardinals.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Bruce Arians was in the
Yeah.
building, and they decided to go with Trestman instead.
Right.
Where'd Trestman come from?
CFL.
Canada. And
Yeah.
he was CFL. Then he was the OC in Baltimore for a couple of years. And actually, I think that was
Was
a
that
couple
the
of years.
Super Bowl team?
No, I don't know. He was the OC though. I
That was-
think Lamar's like first year or two, maybe. No, he had that one guy they've had for a couple of years. The same guy's been around. He left, but the guy, whatever. So, but it wasn't him. But yeah, he was the OC at. He was OC at.
So he was an offensive.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he was a bad play guy. He was just a terrible leader. Terrible leader. Anyway.
I mean, look at him.
Yeah, I don't know. Bears just don't do stuff like that.
No, but like you said,
I think it might be time.
Warren,
though.
yeah.
Might be time to do it and see. Try something different because
Okay.
you haven't done it before.
What's Kevin Warren?
Even Mike Ditka wasn't Mike Ditka wasn't like
Yeah,
some
but
up top hire. He
right.
was an assistant coach. Although he did come from Tom Landry, it was a tree thing, and it was
Right.
not a bad place to come from. Is Tom Landry, but
Yeah, but when was the last time the Bears hired a name coach.
Well, you're right with John Fox, and that's not even a name coach.
But he was a retread.
He just won a Super Bowl.
Yes, he's like
That's
Doc,
why they hired
he's
him.
like the Doc River. But he won a Super Bowl because he
That-
had a
that's-
great. He didn't have that defense in Chicago. Well, they had a decent defense, but not
You got Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning. But Peyton Manning was not great that year. They actually got benched for Brock Osweiler for a couple
hurt.
weeks. Well, but they could have came back and they kept him on the bench for a couple weeks. But anyway, yeah, you're right. Never.
Their
Trestman-
history has always been.
Lovie Smith was their best hire that way after Ditka probably because Lovie Smith was
Yeah, but Smith
pretty
was a
successful.
coordinator. He
Yep.
wasn't right.
Never got a guy that had experience and wasn't like a retread.
Right.
You know, was
'Cause
actually
that was Fox's third job, right?
Carolina, Denver.
Yeah.
But he had taken, I guess, he took Carolina to the Super Bowl. I believe that was the rookie with Cam Newton.
Yep.
Or was that Rivera?
No, that was Rivera.
That was Rivera's MVP year. That was the only time they went.
Rivera's MVP year?
Cam Newton's MVP year.
So that was Rivera was the coach?
Rivera was the coach, yes.
Okay, so then it wasn't Fox, and Fox
Yeah,
would go Super Bowl.
because they played John Fox in Super Bowl that year.
Oh, yeah, he did.
That's when Cam Newton
Right.
didn't dive for the ball.
No, are you sure it was?
Super Bowl 50.
Oh, yeah.
Peyton Manning retired after the game.
Yeah. So, yeah, John Fox only one been on, but he led pretty good teams. But, yeah, it was, you're right, basically a retread. And
Well, who was before Lovey?
oh, Dick Duran.
I have no clue who that is.
Another coordinator,
Yeah,
and then
no. And Dick Duran wasn't terrible. I mean, team wasn't good. I mean, Lovie Smith was probably their best coach I had since Ditka. I would say he's easy number 2. Well, he probably is number 2 on the list that wins.
What about Wannstedt?
He's got to be number 2.
Let's look.
He is number 2. He's number 3. Hallis, Ditka, then him. I bet
Right.
it is. That's how it is for sure. There's no way it's any different. I don't think it would be. Anyway, so you're good. I'm sorry on your good.
Yep,
Hallis. Oh, this is nope. Give me a second here.
My good is the Bears and Cardinals, and here's why: the Bears win, the Cardinals win. It keeps Carolina at that number 1 pick.
yeah.
Nice and keep them up there. Keep them up there.
Put a cushion.
The Bears had the first
Big
2
cushion.
picks, right?
Now they would be. I don't know how it works out now because they have 3 wins, and I think someone has Arizona's 2 right now because they have 2 wins. Arizona got their second win today,
so they'll have 2. They have 2 and 3 right now, because Carolina lost to the Bears, so they'd have
Carolina
2 and 3.
they have 1. Carolina's got number 1 pick right now. They have 1. They have 1 win.
Oh, I thought they had 2 also. Okay, so then the Bears have 1 and 3 right now.
The only one was against Houston. Oddly enough,
Right. And see,
the hottest team in football.
That's what I'm sure.
yeah,
That's one
Houston beat Cincinnati. They had a field
They
goal.
won 5 out of 7 games, and one of those losses against Carolina.
Yeah.
Football is the weirdest thing, man. I'm
Right.
telling
And
you.
they lost on a last second field
And it
goal.
was like a 16-15 game.
Yeah.
It's amazing, this game.
Yeah.
That's why you watch it.
Yeah, football's been fucked up this year with some.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's been like that the last 3 years. Every
Yeah.
time you turn on a game, it's like, oh, this will be a what?
Easy
Right.
one. Oh, this
Like,
is.
yeah. So my good is that the Bears and Cardinals did what they needed to do, help the Bears out. The Bears helped themselves. You're good, Jace.
Nothing's really good right now.
Okay. So let's talk. You guys got anything you want to bring up before we move on to maybe the NBA or maybe a little MLB talk, or we'll get that. We'll go NFL last. Anything you want to bring up today? Anything? Bueller.
We do the Farron's watch.
Oh, I need that. Yes, I did
All
see
right.
the score. It did go under.
They did go on. bet.
27.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
So they're averaging 19.8 points a game with, I think, 4. Well, they got 3 games left in a bowl game, so they got 4 games left. So they should just
2 games left. I think
What?
there's only 2 games left in the Big Ten.
championship game, 2 games.
No, they're going to get the championship game. Yeah.
So that'd
'cause
be 3 then.
I can't believe they're.
We're 7-2.
But I'm just saying they are going to be the representative most likely.
They
Because
are.
they have to.
Weren't they last year too?
I don't think they have to. I don't think they only have
They're
to win.
7-2. Everyone else is 5-5.
Yeah,
so unless
they can lose out and still have it.
yeah, because they have
No, because they could be 7-5. But I think they beat all the teams that can catch them.
Yeah.
They beat Wisconsin. They
Yeah.
beat
Northwestern.
Wisconsin, another story.
Oh, I don't even want to get into that. Like, they're
People are beating up about Luke Fickell and blah blah blah. God, you got to give him a couple years.
3 years.
Yeah. In 2 years, 2 years from this year. So not in 25, they should be resembling something that looks like a team that's going somewhere.
Right.
And then 26 should be the year they compete and are actually in a bunch of games and are
Absolutely.
actually a team that are going to compete for that division.
Right.
That's what you have to look at. I
Yeah.
mean, you can't go. He's not Deion bringing a bunch of guys over from where he came from. He just came and took the guys he had. I mean, he did bring a few recruits, but not 52 of them.
yeah, I think they were 3rd as far as like the transfer portal went from last year.
And Deion lost again this week, so it is what it is. It doesn't work. You know,
Right.
It was great.
And again, he needs
same thing.
Right.
Yeah, same thing.
Right.
But he'll be in Dallas next year, so it won't matter.
I don't know.
How about them Cowboys?
I don't think he's going to be in Dallas next year. I have someone that I think is going to be in Dallas, and you're going to laugh, but We're doing the NFL last, right?
Oh yeah, we'll wait.
All right.
We can wait for that. Yeah. So anything else on your little sheet? Maybe we're gonna get to the NBA and stuff. We can talk about. Let's talk about the NBA now. Let's talk about
Overreactions.
Yeah, overreactions. I don't think it's. Is it overreaction that James overreaction or what was it called? Overreaction or what was it? The other word? Overreaction or reality?
Reality.
James Harden.
Reality.
He's the greatest player ever.
He's the system.
James Harden is like Medusa, and everything he touches turns to stone. I mean, or was it gold? No, it's not.
Stone. Yeah.
I mean,
It's everything he looks at. It's not. She was the one. If you looked at her.
Looked at her. Yeah, she turned
Right.
to sand or whatever it was. Yeah,
He turned to stone.
Yeah. Oh, stone. Yeah.
Right.
So I don't know. I think just it's not overreaction. I think that it's just weird. I mean, I guess it's overreaction. It's not one guy ever, but I mean, there's a lot of talent on that team.
It's a lot of talent, but they lost a lot of depth. And then you've got 4 alpha basketball players that are used to having the balls in their hands.
Sounds like the bench warmers.
Yes, I am the podcast.
George Hallis, Ditka, Lovey.
Yeah.
And you want to know what? Nobody's even close. Lovey Smith has 81 games coached
81,
there.
81,
Nobody's
81
even
wins. You mean?
Or yeah, he has
wins.
Lovey Smith has 144 games. Nobody's even close to that. Nobody's over. There's one guy over 50 on this list.
It would be Matt Nagy.
Wannstedt.
Matt Nagy, maybe.
Wannstedt.
No, I might be lying. Actually,
Matt Nagy should be over.
There's nobody over 100 on this list.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Makes
So-
sense. Makes
Right.
sense.
So
Sorry.
they're still trying to figure it out. They lost depth. They've got 2 guys that are pretty similar in Harden and Russ. So I mean, and the thing is, they're all not the 2014 versions of themselves, which
That's a great call.
right.
Yeah.
So they're. I mean, I think Lou's a good guy. I'll be honest. Like I don't know what Lou's contract situation is, but he was rumored to be going other places this past year. I'll be surprised if he's there when the new building opens up for the Clippers, and that's part of the reason why they went after James Harden, because they've got a new building opening up, so they want to make a splash and have all these guys come in. These 4 LA legend basketball players on the same team for the first time ever. So we'll see what Ballmer does.
So here's what I think next year. So is LeBron still hanging out to play with his kid, or is that kind of done now since he had that?
His kid's gonna play for USC.
Okay.
I think they plan on it, right?
Yeah, he's there this year. He's playing. He's on the roster.
Yeah, my little joke about it is that LeBron's going to retire and that Ballmer is going to hire him as a coach, player coach for the Clippers.
Do you think LeBron could ever be a coach after he retires?
Yes, but that doesn't mean he's going to be a great coach.
I don't think anybody can be a coach. I mean,
Right.
that plays
Does
the
he
game.
want to be a coach?
Yeah, you want to be it, and I mean, what's the point?
It's hard for great players to be coaches because I think they have
Too much of a control.
because I think they see the game in such a different way than other players. That's why I was amazed how good of a coach Larry Bird was.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think people realize how hard it is to be that good.
You're right. I think when you are a great player, you try to force how you played on guys instead of working their game into your system.
Right.
Almost like some of these coaches do in the NFL.
Right.
They just the system we're running. You're running quarterback. We'll get in the pocket. You're a pocket quarterback. We'll get running.
Right.
What?
Right.
But yeah, I agree with exactly what you said.
Right.
That's why Magic Johnson struggled, I think, at times. I think that's why Larry Bird, you're right. It's very incredible what he did. I mean, he made it to a finals, right? Lost to the Bulls.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, he was the coach.
Was that the Reggie? Yeah, they made it to the finals against. Was it against the Bulls?
Yeah, it was in the Last Dance. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, was Wayne Gretzky a good coach, Willie, for the Coyotes? Or
no. See, it's
Isaiah Thomas. It's
there's more going on than just he's a weird dude.
yeah.
He's
He bankrupt the league, so fuck him.
yeah. But you're right. That's a great thing. These guys look at
Right.
it different, and they have such a higher standard. Which all coaches have higher standards, but it's a higher. If you don't do it like they do it, it's like
Right.
well, why?
Phil Jackson's got to be one of the best player coaches ever.
Well, he wasn't a great player. He was a good player.
He was a role player.
You won't ever go. You say Phil Jackson was when you say, oh, he's in the Hall of Fame. You never go because he's a player. No, he's a coach.
Right.
You're never gonna go. Never.
Yeah, he was a
Like Bird,
seventh man on a championship team.
Yeah, which he was. Hey,
Right.
He was solid.
Right.
He knew how to play the game.
Who do you play for?
Knicks.
Knicks.
The Knicks.
The
Oh,
Knicks,
okay.
Yeah.
Knickerbockers.
Yeah, he knew.
Where? 'Cause he was
New York.
Where'd he go after the Bulls?
L.A.
He went to LA then because then he was with Kobe and Shaq.
And he was with
Yeah,
Jeannie
then
Buss.
he went to the Knicks to collect a paycheck.
Yeah, he was sleeping on the bench at one time. Tony La Russa style. And he was probably one of my favorite coaches ever. I think Phil Jackson. I'm a huge fan of his.
He was kind of ahead of. I think he was ahead of his time, using a lot of psychology and.
Right.
Yes, and he was a very player's coach. And,
Right.
And
Yeah, because
They talked to him in Last Dance, and I liked him a lot too.
Yeah.
he's just a very mild mannered guy.
Right.
I mean, coaching can be. I'm sure can have his word with you, but
right. I mean, he understood the hierarchy too as a role player.
yeah.
So, I think again, you got these guys that. I mean, look at catchers as well. Like how great managers catchers
Yes.
are because they're involved with the game
Yes.
in every aspect.
Yeah, I think you got the question right today. No, I think the big thing about the coaching thing too is that when these ex-players coach, I lost my train of thought. I don't know. It'll come back to me. I have
Right.
no idea. I have no idea what I was going to say.
Right. Because for some reason, like, I'm on Instagram a lot, and there's a lot of, like, I don't know if, like, for whatever reason, like, Larry Bird is trending, but, like, all the shit that he would talk,
Oh yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
and he was, and, like, how hard he worked. And, well, he worked hard, but he was just a great natural talent, and the fact that he talked shit, like, you got a black guy guard me? Like, that's offensive. That insults me. You know what I mean?
He was like one of the first real shit talkers, wasn't he too back then?
Oh, he was the shit talker.
He was good at it, though,
right?
yeah.
So, they were playing against a select team, and was it who's the dude from Wake Forest? Rodney Rogers
Oh, okay.
said something like, "Hey, Larry, you haven't like they beat him in a scrimmage. Like the select team beat the dream team in a scrimmage. Like Chuck Daly took down the scoreboard because they didn't want the press to see that, because it was like Juwan Howard and Rodney Rogers, and Rodgers went to Bird and said, Larry, you haven't hit a jump shot since like 1986. So the next practice, Bird's walking up. He goes, "You boys better be running the run today." And then I guess all he did was like tell Rodgers what he's going to do. Pump fake left, 2 dribbles off the backboard. Scored like 40 points.
Just like the McDonald's commercial.
Right. So, yeah.
So the other thing that obviously around here with the Bucks right now, kind of still trying to find their way. I mean, no Lillard the last 2 nights. Giannis puts up 54 2 nights ago. They lose for only the 5th player in history to lose a game, scoring 50 and shooting 75% from the field in the game. Lost the game.
Right. And how rare 50-point games used to be.
Yeah, and they're and people with the Drew Holiday thing comes in with people, but people don't remember this defense down the stretch last year was just like this defense is now. The Drew Holiday wasn't making it better in the last games in the playoffs.
And
last year.
they changed the defense so that right.
Yeah, like you've said this many a times at this point. It's a work in progress still. It's Adrian Griffin isn't running the same stuff. Hopefully, if he's running the same stuff, they shouldn't hire him.
No, but they changed it. Like they changed what they would do. Who's their center?
Lopez.
Brooke.
Yeah, Lopez. So Lopez was playing up. Now he's back playing down where he's supposed to be. And good for Griffith to listen to his players and be like, "Hey, this isn't working. Let's try this again."
Well, that's what I think he is too. I think he's a very player oriented type of coach.
Well, he's an ex-player as well.
Yeah, so he's gonna sit there and
right.
have Giannis and Dame, have those guys in the office and have him. All right, what do you guys see out there that I'm not seeing? And have them help him adjust to the system here.
And I don't think that it's no panic at all. I just like messing with Eric with all that stuff. But I mean,
that's fun too.
Hopefully, Lillard plays tomorrow. That'd be nice to see. What is wrong with him?
I think it said groin on my fantasy thing.
Who knows then? Who knows?
Groin spasms because I'm a child.
Yeah, last night in Orlando wasn't much better. They just got behind
No.
and back in it.
and Orlando's so good. Like they're so big. Like I forgot they had like Black from Arkansas. He's like 6'7" point guard.
Yeah, they're long.
They're big. Yeah, they're long and big. And that's the trend for the NBA right now.
They got Bull down there too now, don't they?
No, he's in Phoenix.
It was in Phoenix.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who doesn't play, which is funny. Because Phoenix Suns fan, we're like, oh, we're gonna win a title with Bull. Okay. Anyway,
well, like I said to you, they've played the same ever since they won the championship. They go on these stretches where they get blown out by teams that they shouldn't for 2 or 3 games, and then they go and win by a lot for about a week or two.
So they play like the Bulls, where they're like they fucking beat teams they're not supposed to beat, and then they lose to like fucking Toronto.
Here's the thing: if you're a good team, you can get to 110. You should never lose a basketball game.
Right.
110. If you get to 110, you should never lose a game in the NBA.
Right. Unless,
that's my feeling.
Right. Unless you were the early '90s Nuggets, where you just fucking chucked up 3-pointers every 3 seconds.
Unless you're Lola Marymount.
Yeah. Exactly. The West Side offense.
But yeah, the Bucks. I think it's still got time. I mean, it's 9 games in the
early,
season. Yeah, they
right.
got a lot of games left.
What's his name? Played back-to-back games, right? Who's your third wheel?
Oh, Middleton.
Yeah, because you played against Orlando, and he played against the.
Yeah.
I watched some of those games. Like Middleton still seems like he's still trying to fight. Like I don't know what he hurt last year. Was it a knee?
He had the knee injury coming back from the Olympics.
Okay.
After the finals,
he hurt his lady part.
I still think we should go with the NHL fucking upper lower.
I agree.
Yeah.
Every sport should do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Upper body.
Right.
That's a concussion. You got to tell me what concussions.
Right.
That's a rule.
but they do in the NHL.
Well, no, that's what he said.
Oh,
that's how they should do. All sports should be like that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Football.
so if they say like the middle bottom, you know it's groin.
Yeah.
Groin
Lower
spasms.
body,
Right.
we don't know what it is.
Right. Ankle.
Upper body, we don't know what it is.
Right.
It's
Achilles, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, he doesn't. I mean, obviously, because he's 34 too, right? So him and Dame are the same age. They're 34, 32,
Yeah.
I think Dame is
34.
I thought he was younger.
I don't
know.
know. Maybe
Or
you're
maybe
right.
they are the same age. You could be right.
Right.
They're between 32 and 34. You're
Right.
right. I
but
know that.
Middleton,
33.
33.
Lillard.
Oh, okay.
I think Middleton's 34.
32, 34.
Yeah.
So, and then talk about, I love Bucks fans because, you know, Giannis, they lucked into Giannis in that draft. They didn't know what they were getting. And then Middleton was a throw-in in a trade, you know, and it's like, oh, you know, Middleton's such a backbone of the team. And
He's terrible.
it's not a third wheel. Like, he's not, I think of the Bucks, I think of like Giannis and Dame. Like, Middleton's not, it's not a big three.
I ranked Drew before him last year.
Yeah,
All year.
absolutely.
Drew was ahead of
Right.
Milton. Even when Milton was healthy, I would take Drew over him.
Absolutely.
That's why everybody would tell you that's a Bucks fan would say they wish Milton would have gone in that trade.
Yeah.
Middleton
And
was
they couldn't because of the money. It wasn't going to work.
Middleton was healthy in 2019 and got the ball taken from him at the All-Star game by a statue. So that about says it.
So I don't know. I just think they're. We'll see.
There's a lot of overreaction in the league right now, like the Lakers being 3-4 and they're not healthy. Memphis, and they lost like 2 big rotation guys. You know, they don't have Mr. Pew 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 Pew. You know, so you know, they were going to be struggling. Houston's looking better because of Fred VanVleet, and it's looking to be a good signing because he stabilized that team. They finally have a point guard. And thank God they didn't fucking get Harden in that team, too, because he would have just been fucking that team up as well.
He would have went in there and blew it up.
And they got the coach from
Iman Ondoku.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy from
Uman.
Boston. So
Right.
Yeah, Memphis. So 15 more games they get.
Ja Morant back.
They'll be lucky to win 3 more games.
They got Quick Draw McGraw back.
Quick Draw McGraw.
Jesus.
So what would that be? About 4 or 5 weeks, probably.
Yeah.
Christmas, I think they said.
Three
Yeah.
to four games
Yeah.
a week.
Willie just showed me a stat that Maxey had a 50-point game today.
That just popped up on air.
That's fucking awesome.
And I have him in fantasy.
Yeah.
Pew 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 pew.
Nice.
I'm gonna win my first game of the year, Tim.
Yeah, I'm not. That's terrible.
Was he 23 years old and 8 months?
Yeah.
He's the second youngest. And who was the youngest?
Iverson.
Yep.
Yeah.
I actually got him in our draft. I got him in the 5th round.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Or 5th or 6th round, it might
Yeah.
have been. I was just looking for guys that score, hope for the best.
Is he a keeper?
Yeah.
Did you for
How-
sure?
No, he's not that far.
How is Maxey having this year look for Doc Rivers? Like, that firing looks more and more better every day.
I'm sorry. Who was the coach of the 76ers? Oh,
Doc Rivers.
No, before you saying?
no, right now.
Nick
Nick
Nurse.
Nurse.
Yeah, Nick Nurse.
Yeah.
Right.
Nick Nurse. Yeah, Nurse.
Yeah, and that whole thing last
And
year.
that could be. You know what? They're playing really well, and now they don't have Harden. We're talking about, but it could be Nick Nurse too,
Absolutely.
who the Bucks passed on and then go after.
Right.
That's gonna be.
Oh, no. They contacted him.
they interviewed
he
him. I
withdrew
thought,
his
yeah.
name.
Oh, he don't want.
He withdrew. Now he don't want to go there.
Yeah.
Right.
You know-
because I think. Go ahead.
We were at the game. He is an interesting coach.
Very.
Out of all the coaches are always up the line. He sits in his seat almost the entire game, unless there's something to be said to the ref or a timeout. He is always in his chair. The assistant coach was the one who was up at the table more than he was. Like at half court or up there talking
Was this
to the
last
players.
year with the Raptors?
No, this year.
This year
with
with
the Sixers. Yeah,
Yes,
he sat in his chair most of the
Did
night.
you go see the game?
Yeah, remember me,
yeah,
you,
we were at
Peter.
the game. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
there.
opening night. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You were at opening night.
I just
What the
remember
fuck?
looking over and I see the assistant coach up, and I was like, and I see Nick Nurse was in the second chair.
After-
He's
after
just
the-
sitting there, just with his leg
After that
crossed.
game,
just- yeah.
all the fans in that stadium were ready to get fitted for rings after that game. So
Right.
we're getting
Yeah.
ready to go. There's only 81 more left. This is
Yeah.
going to be easy.
Right.
So why do you think Nick Nurse didn't go to Chicago, Milwaukee? What do you think his...
money.
Nah,
I don't know if it was money. I think
He withdrew. So that doesn't mean they didn't. They could have said they offered me, went there. Withdrawing means he just, maybe he was money. I don't know.
could be. It could be the roster fit as well. You know what I mean? Like,
Do you think he would go there now that Lillard came there? Would it change his mind? Because Lillard wasn't in the picture.
no, because I think Philly's still in a better position that you. The thing you can make fun of Morey all you want. Like Morey knows how to build teams.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think Morey, and the whole thing is, remember, Toronto's in the East. Nurse's battle against Embiid.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Look at this
His
guy.
arms are up.
Oh.
Yeah, a guy jumped over him. Looked like he might have got him in the head.
He's out cold.
He's like, oh shit, I just got fined.
Hopefully. No, he jumped.
He jumped over him.
I
I
wonder if
think-
he landed on top of his head.
Maybe.
No, he went like over the. He landed
No,
out of bounds.
Like popped him on top, like the guy from the Lions that one year.
Yeah.
He didn't get. He got someone on top of his head.
Oh, they're not
What-
showing it either, are they?
Ooh. Yeah.
Is it
'Cause
bad?
who was the guy? Utley. Mike Utley.
Mike Utley, yeah.
Yeah. He was blocking somebody and he lifted a guy up and guy came down on top of his head.
Yep.
And he broke his neck.
No.
Yeah. It wasn't like.
oh, kind of like Shazier.
It was weird.
Right.
It
Like
was
how
a-
Shazier came down
Yeah.
funny and.
Okay, I'm sorry, Tim, to interrupt you.
That's all right.
I was like, Willie pointed, and I was like, what? The guy
His
just
arms-
laid
his
there.
arms-
No worries.
You're in that
Okay.
defense mode.
Right.
Yeah.
Nurse is familiar with the 76ers for playing against them all the past few years.
Mm-hmm.
You get coaches that want to coach certain guys. You know what I mean? You get a guy, I want to coach him. I want to see what happens if I can have him in my system.
Yeah.
And I think the possibility of coaching Embiid and Maxey and Harden appealed to him more than going with Giannis
Yeah.
and Middleton. I mean, really, the rosters at that time, I would take Philly's roster and their roster makeup over what the Bucks had at that time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
right. I mean, and right now Philly's set up. They got expiring contracts. They've got first round picks. They don't need to get a third star. They could get a guy like Caruso from the Bulls and be set up really well.
Yeah.
So
That could happen. A trade deadline. You
right,
never know.
yeah.
Because the Bulls might be sellers this
The
year.
Bulls should be sellers. I mean, going into
Levine, all those guys, they should
Right.
just clear house.
yeah,
There's really nobody there to keep.
Right.
None of the guys that you want to. Nobody there you can really say this is going to be the cornerstone of our team.
yeah. I mean, what
Right? Is there anybody you see sitting right now going, yeah, we can put guys around him and
No.
that would be great?
I would take. I mean, think about the Bull. Like, how many teams could you go through and be like, I would rather start a team with this guy before you get to the Bulls with any of the Bulls players?
Yeah.
Scotty Barnes from Toronto, any of the Jays from Boston. I mean, Durant's not young. I'm just thinking like from the East, like
Well, Anthony Edwards. That's the
An-
West. I'm sorry. That's the West.
right.
I'm sorry.
No, I mean even still,
You look at the guys like that.
right?
Yeah, if you go down
exactly.
the list, I mean,
right.
he's
Trae
on-
Young, I would take Trae Young over
Indiana, some good young
Oh,
talent.
Indiana.
Oh, he knocked him out. He got knocked out.
He walked off the field.
Yeah, he got knocked out. That's good. He's walking.
Are they going to show it again?
Yeah, they'll put it up on there. This is just a
He
few
just got hit in
seconds.
the head.
Oh, okay.
Watch.
That's
He's-
what I thought happened.
Yeah, he just got knocked. Oof.
Ding.
That a neck snap is what did it for him too.
Right.
But you look, even like Jalen Brunson is a guy that you could say, you know what?
Brunson.
I don't think he's.
Yeah. How's the Mavericks feeling about that?
I
Like,
know. Think about
Rather
that
have-
piece with him.
Right.
Oh.
But Mavericks are playing well. Like Kyrie's fitting. Like I have to give Kyrie credit. Like he's fitting into that team. He's finding his niche and playing it well.
Yeah.
So
He's learning to be. It's okay to be a second fiddle, and you know what though? He knows how to do that.
Right.
He played with LeBron.
Right.
And when came time to shine, to be honest, he was the best player in the playoffs at times.
he won that. He won that during.
Yes.
Yes.
The block. They show that block all the time by LeBron.
Right.
But they didn't show the three, the ice three hit
Right.
in that dude's face.
Yes.
No, they don't show that ever. And
No.
that was the biggest play. Well, obviously it was the big. That block was great.
Right.
But that was the biggest play of the
Yeah,
whole thing. Hands
absolutely.
down. Hands
Right.
down. And then nobody gives Kyrie credit, but he did win a championship, so he's not he's not as much cancer as you think he is.
No.
I mean,
he's just a flighty. He's just different.
Well, he has an opinion.
Right.
I think you have to
Something wrong,
understand
'cause
him
it's
too.
not-
I
it's not-
think.
It's not the opinion that's copacetic. Or whatever. That's not his problem.
Right.
Because he's kind of a little hippie-ish in a way, whatever he is.
No, he's
with
a lot
with the
hippie-ish.
Insta,
Right.
whatever, the sage. Hey, that's Phil Jackson's thing, man. Phil Jackson would love that kid in his team. Probably
Oh, yeah,
Hey,
absolutely.
He took him in a heartbeat.
Yep.
He's
all
like Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, wow.
Touchdown.
They just gave up on that play.
Yeah,
The
they
defense,
did.
didn't they?
Yeah.
That was a nice play by him.
Great culture by the Raiders.
Jesus. They just all stood there and watched.
Right.
Wow. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, Aaron got his bong with him this week.
Watch this. Let's see. They stay in. They
It's
stay in.
tequila.
He's
Oh,
out.
he's out.
Oh.
That's terrible. Call.
Oh,
Okay, Brees Hall. Get him going. Okay, sorry.
Right.
Kyrie's like Aaron Rodgers of the NBA.
He's not that crazy.
well, I think kids got a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
You know, because he's an old. He's played the game. I don't remember who Kyrie's other coaches were like it.
Well, you had the guy who
Brooklyn Nets.
Steve
who was-
Nash.
Well, who-
Steve Nash, but he didn't respect him.
Who coached him
First
at? Yeah,
time.
well, that was a big mistake. Who coached him in Cleveland when they won the championship? Mike.
Ty Lue.
No, Mike.
Ty
What's
Lue.
the-
It was Ty Lue, I think.
Ty Lue.
When they won the
Ty Lue.
championship.
Yeah.
Ty Lue.
What about Mike Brown?
He got fired
He
the
got-
year before LeBron got there.
Yeah.
Ty Lue brought LeBron brought Ty. No, after the first year going to the finals, then he brought Ty Lue in 2015.
Oh, LeBron hired him.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and, kids a little bit.
Well,
He seems like a
And
no
Doc Rivers was
guy.
his coach for Boston.
He rubbed guys the wrong way in Milwaukee. That's why he.
Who's
got,
that?
Kid,
yeah.
players. That was a young Giannis. They were afraid. I think they were afraid that he was in like ruin Giannis. I don't know.
Who did he
was
break?
coaching him weird.
Who's
I
the
thought.
dude that had to go to the hospital because
The big guy, not Thon Maker, the other
Henson?
guy, John No, not a Henson.
Not
There was another
Henson.
guy. There was a guy that quit. Quit for a year.
Monroe?
No. He was it Brees Hall? Oh, it's a flag though.
It wasn't Brees Hall. He plays football.
It was a big man, and he quit for a year. He just signed a big contract, left, and he came back a couple years later and played for like a year. But he was a big man. You're right. I remember the guy you're talking about.
looking
too.
right now.
Yeah, not John Henson, because John Henson and not Thon Maker. He got traded, and he was after kid. Because what's his name was there for? I think
No, it was the kid because they went kid to Buden.
Budenholzer. Yeah,
Yeah, so he was there.
and Budenholzer was there for probably for 6-7 years. Budenholzer was there for almost as long.
He
as
was there since the
Buden-
Bradley Center.
Buden-
The last year of the Bradley Center was his first year because they lost to the Celtics. We were at that game. I remember.
I don't know who.
They lost
you'll
to the
find him.
Celtics
You'll
in the
find him.
first round.
I remember who you're talking about though.
Larry Sanders.
Yeah, Larry Sanders. Yep, that's him. Yep. Larry Sanders.
Call him a piece. Yeah.
Yeah, he got because he was tough on him a little bit. He didn't want to play. Kid was the. Here's the thing: people don't understand anything about every sport is based on this. No matter what it looks like on the surface about scoring in any sport, it's true in every sport. A team with the best fielding percentage of baseball is usually one of the teams that wins the World Series. Usually, the best pitching. You have to play great defense in these sports to be well. And Jason Kidd was trying to get that defense down. The offense will come. You'll score eventually in bat. They're all NBA players can score if they do it correctly.
If you can stop them on the other end, you can score easy.
The defense is the hardest thing to pick up, and that's what he was trying to do when they got run out of Milwaukee because they were like, well, he's too tough on people. And I don't know. Giannis always said he never had a problem with him. I mean, and Giannis, at that point in his career, Giannis wasn't at any kind of to push a coach out. So
Right.
it's nothing to do with Giannis at all.
Those are like the
I think a lot of the other
up, yeah.
veterans pushed him out.
Yeah.
And those veterans, like a year later, were all gone.
Right.
They just rebuilt the team then.
Here's another example of a great basketball player trying to transition to a coach.
Yeah.
Because Kidd's Hall of Fame player, probably one of the best. I mean, just think if he had a jump shot, like how great he would have been.
Is he on the Mavericks
Yes.
winning team against the Heat?
Yeah.
Yeah, with Nowitzki.
Yeah, Nowitzki and Ricky Rubio.
Right. And then
Rubio was on the team.
I thought he was.
No, Rubio's younger than him. He got drafted by the Timberwolves.
who's that?
Rubio wasn't on that team. No, Rubio's too young.
No.
Who am I thinking of that was on that team?
They had Terry.
I'm thinking JJ Redick.
No, Terry.
Jason Terry.
Jason Terry.
He was on the
Jet.
Bucks too. I love Jason Terry on the Bucks.
Sorry, Tim.
That's all right.
Jason interrupted you.
It's all right. But another great player, like, I just wonder, too, like, do these guys have a hard time trying to communicate what they want?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they see the game in such a different way. So
Yeah. Well, and you know what? I this ain't a real, but it's just once again, I'll do the Ed thing. Another guy that probably should be allowed to coach because another guy that was beating up his wife and stuff, and it was him and the guy that went to Houston. Well, no, he didn't beat his wife. He was cheating on his wife, so that's
No, he-
not as bad as beating. Or
No,
did he?
yeah.
No, actually, the Bucks coach.
Oh yeah.
Now was
Yeah.
under investigation for that in Toronto. So these guys.
Yeah, but that was like
But still, I mean,
15 years ago. But Jason Kidd was arrested for domestic violence.
Yeah, domestic violence. Yeah. So I have a tough time to get these jobs that are like these are jobs that any of us will kill for.
Right.
And we hopefully led straight. They could never go. If I got hired for a job, they would never find anything in my past that would deem me not. So I've done some stupid stuff in my life, but nothing to deem me not. I'd be, I wouldn't be embarrassed about anything anybody said about me.
Right.
I wouldn't be because I don't care. You danced on a table in a bar? Yeah, okay, I might have done
Lost
that.
a tickle fight?
Yeah, I might have done that. Yeah, okay. I threw up after hanging out. Oh, I didn't throw up in Kansas City, but I threw out drinking a few times. Yeah.
I heard guns in Kansas City.
Yeah. So anyway, So
Right.
NBA, that's a good little discussion about the NBA. Anything else on the NBA, Tim? You got anything else you think of? Will, you got anything on the NBA? Nope. No. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, it's 8 games in, and people already talk about trades and what they should do, what they shouldn't do. Like, fucking wait 25 games. That's when you evaluate like if what's working, what's not working.
Yeah.
So I think with all the social media and all these podcasts, like I listen to. I want to say there's like at least 5 NBA podcasts I listen to, and it's just funny. Like, the sky's falling. The Lakers are 3-4. What's going on? Well,
they were terrible last year too.
Well, they were worse last year.
Yeah.
And the guys that they, Vincent's been hurt, Vanderbilt's been hurt. There's 2 big rotation players right there, and I can't remember who the third guy is. And, they just it happens. You know what I mean? It's just a bad draw. The Nuggets, Murray's hurt already. He's got a hamstring, and he's going to be in and out for the year. So, everyone's like, oh, they're not repeating now.
Well, if they're smart with that, they would just shut him down until he's 100%.
Right.
Don't bring him back.
And the thing is, they've got 2 rookies that are stepping up.
Yep.
So, I mean.
When you got the best player, one of the best players on the planet,
absolutely.
and he can play the point for you, too.
Right.
And he can do everything for you. He's
Right.
fine. So they're not. I mean, Jamal Murray's a great player.
Right.
That's the reason they won last year, I think. He was able
Absolutely.
to play a full season and be part of that whole run.
Right, and he was healthy.
Yep.
And right.
That's why they fell short 2 years before they didn't have him because he got injured.
Right.
And I think that was a huge thing. He's a very underrated player, Jamal Murray, I think.
I mean, honestly, I think the only team that really should be panicking right now is Memphis, just for the fact that
You can't get that far behind.
No, you can't.
No.
They're. I mean.
That means when he gets back, you probably got to win like 6, 7 out of like 10 just to
Right, you're going to be
get
going
back in the mix.
Right, and they're going to be going balls to the wall, trying to win every game just to move up in the state, just to make that a play-in game.
Yeah.
Just fucking toss the year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let the young guys play and develop, and then next year
Trade off something that you're not going to have around anyway for the run.
Right.
Get something for
Exactly.
it and then move on. Or trade for a piece that could help you next year that's signed in a contract that might be a good player. Just throw him on this year and
Right.
bring him the next year. Whatever.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I
yeah, I mean,
understand like a lot of one player can do a lot for a team, but how much can he do for that team? Just him.
who's that?
John Morant.
Well, with the rest of the team, he's a good player.
Who?
John Morant.
Oh yeah.
He's very underrated at what he does too. When he plays,
Right.
He's missed half
Right,
the season out of last year and a
Right.
half, so he's only played 30, 40 games,
Right.
30 games in 2
Anthony
years.
Davis won that title for the Lakers in that COVID year. In the bubble year.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, he's a different guy, John Moran. If he plays, he just got to. Hopefully, when he comes back, and you know what? I never had a problem with him on the court.
No,
he never was a guy that came off. He seemed like a good kid and all that. He just made some dumb choices. With the choices were anything. The problem with what he did, to be honest, in the real world, there was nothing illegal what he did.
No.
He did nothing wrong.
22-year-old.
It looked bad aesthetically what he did.
22-year-old kid.
Yeah, what he did was, and I think the NBA, what they did to him was very unfair because it's not. He did nothing wrong. If he has a permit for that gun, then why is it illegal?
Right.
Which he might not. Did they investigate that? Maybe that is part of the investigation. I mean, maybe, but that's not their. I mean, I don't know.
I think it's contradictory where it's NBA is worried about their image and what they represent, but yet China's their biggest.
Yeah, I was
We
gonna
talk
say.
about this all the time.
You know.
All the time.
Right.
They
cater to them.
Right.
It's a country that's communist, number one.
Right.
It doesn't matter what we think, who makes the shoes, and they still have the slaves over there and all that. It doesn't matter, but they're still a communist country that they are banking on to.
Well, they're banking the league.
If it was not over there, the NBA would easily be the fourth major sport.
Yep.
It'd be behind hockey, I think. And don't get me wrong,
I don't know about that.
It'd be close. It'd be
Right.
close. I'm an NBA fan. I like watching the Bucks. I like watching some games. I'm not against the NBA at all. So I like the NBA. Not that guy that just I like all sports. I have no problem with them. But
Right.
I agree. This is how they choose. Well, like I just brought up, we got a coach in Milwaukee and Jason Kidd that get the coach, and
Right.
they've done stuff that actually is a big deal.
Right.
A big deal. I don't know. Well, Kidd may have missed games for that. I don't know if he ever missed a game for that. Back then, he probably didn't. There was probably
can't remember.
no real rule for it.
Right.
And Adrian Griffin did get in trouble for his. He got suspended and went through some stuff for a year and went through. And it did come up. It was an old thing, 10 years ago, whatever it was.
Right.
So, but I don't know. It's just like you said. I agree. It's like the image thing. You're worried about the image, and this shiny thing's over here, everybody can see. But it's like, no, look at John Morant.
Right.
Look at John Morant did.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, the whole big deal about Daryl Morey saying, free Tibet. We would think that he fucking like shot babies.
Yeah. Like people were like against him, and the league was going to do this. Why? I mean, it's free speech. Like,
Right.
You allowed. And one, I don't care. I'm not gonna go into a big thing about this. But you guys to kneel and wear shirts and do what they want during
Right.
the whole thing. And you know what? That's fine. But why can't he have his opinion about his thing?
Right.
Why can't he start up? Why can't he do that?
Right.
It doesn't fit the narrative.
Well, yeah, that's the problem. So, whatever.
Yeah.
Got off.
Agreed.
That was an Ed rant. Sorry.
So I'm going to say watch out for the Timberwolves because they're starting to play very well. Exactly.
Who's their coach?
Saunders, right? No. Oh, who is their coach?
Thibodeau was there, but not anymore.
No.
Oh yeah, who is the Timberwolves coach? That'd be
Yeah,
a
that's
good
I'm
one.
curious. I mean,
They got a good little team.
They do.
With their help afterwards and
Chris Finch.
Oh yeah. And you know what? Remember, Carl Anthony Towns was out like a big chunk of last year. They didn't have him,
Right.
and he looks good. He looks healthy again. I think he went through a hard time when his mom passed away.
Yes.
His mom passed away during COVID, and it was a big thing. I think it was tough. I think a lot that was wearing on him, and maybe he's back in the right mind now. That's tough. I mean, yeah, you lose your mom. I get it. It's
Right.
not.
Right.
It sucks.
No.
So, it sucks. So,
Right.
but maybe he was hurt then last year, so maybe that mindset's back. He looks like he's looking good physically
Right.
and everything again. And Anthony Edwards is by far another hidden treasure nobody really knows about.
Right.
Because we all talk about the John Morants and the Jokic's and the Doncics and we talk about Harden and that. But Anthony Edwards just going nuts up there,
Right.
having a great time.
Yeah, because he broke out in the World Championships this past year and he's carried it over. So.
Well, I had him in fantasy a couple years ago, and he was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
He was a great scorer. He was always around triple doubles. He
Right.
was a good little player. He really is.
The knock on him, right? They asked him like, I can't remember how the question was worded. Like how does he like basketball compared to football? Because he was a football player up until like his junior year.
Was it running back maybe? Is that what you played?
Defensive back, running back, whatever. He
Okay.
goes, well, football's my favorite sport.
yeah.
So what's wrong with that?
Exactly.
Pat
Like,
Connaughton may say baseball is his favorite sport.
right. Why can't he say it?
But I'm an NBA player.
Right.
What was the thing I saw yesterday? The thing, all football players want to play basketball. All basketball players want to play football.
Right.
But everyone wants to play baseball.
Right.
That was, I think, a player said that. I can't remember a player. He's
Yeah.
brand troll for that now, so
Right.
who knows? I don't know. But yeah, that was good talk. NBA, I like a little NBA talk.
Cool.
It's fun. Sometimes when people,
We-
when their kids aren't here, we can talk about it.
We can have
And get through a conversation.
right.
Yeah. So let's talk a little about Major League Baseball a little bit.
Okay.
The big prize on the horizon, and free agency has started, right?
Yes,
Yes.
started last Monday.
Been really quiet, and I think it's the same thing. I think these owners are.
I think-
the owners got smart, man.
Everyone waits for the winter meetings.
Yeah.
Everybody gets together.
Well, they had a bug go
Oh yeah,
through
they were sick.
Right,
So everybody
so-
had to go home.
collusion. What?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I say
collusion.
But yeah, so that was. So what do you think about Ohtani? I know he keeps coming out. We talked about the Cubs radar thing. My solution for Ohtani is this. I think that they'll never go for it. I think this is the deal you offer him, and I know it will never happen because that his agent won't allow it. Which is probably Scott Boras. I'm guessing Scott Boras owns it.
no, it's a guy from Japan. That's his agent.
So
I think they're gonna go
But
with the pitching.
it depends. Like, what's he coming back as? As a starter or a reliever?
This is my thought. And
Right.
see, I'm way off on this. Okay?
Okay.
So how many starts does a pitcher usually get a year if he's healthy?
30.
30? Okay, so 30. So let's just say we'll do We'll do 250. That would be a nice number if you did that times 30. Is that over $10 million? We do 250,000 times 30. What would that be? That is
What's the number again?
250,000 times 30.
75.
7.5 million?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's just say whatever gets you at 10, 12 million. Let's just say this. Or per appearance, if he becomes a closer, maybe, because that's a great. Ed brought that up in the past. That'd be great if he was a closer. I think that'd be a great spot for him. But let's just say this: you give him $40 million a year, okay, as a hitter, okay, because I think that's what the market will for the hitting part of it. Because they were talking 50, but then for every start he makes, he gets $300,000 or $350 for every single start he makes. He gets that on as a bonus. So it would elevate his salary to $50 or $55 million a year.
Yep. Is that allowed though in the collective
I don't know,
agreement?
but is it kind of a? It's.
I like it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think some of these contracts should have
doesn't have to win.
Right.
Just has to start.
Right. So it should have incentives in it where if you play 150 games, you make an extra $10 million.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I'm just saying the start thing. I mean, and we're going to start you. You're going to be guaranteed starts if you're on our team as long as you're healthy. I mean, we're going to if you're shoulder sore, you're not starting.
Right.
Okay. And if you get mad about that, that's the problem. That's what they'll say. Well, I'm pitching. I want to get. But when you're making $40 million a year, is it really a big deal if you get that extra 250 or 300 that game or whatever?
Some guys it is.
Yeah.
I don't think it's Ohtani's agent that's going to make. I don't think Ohtani really cares about the money. It's the agency. No, I don't think he does because it's a big agency thing. Because when he got hurt, he was asking Phil Nevin, "Let me go play the outfield." When they were like shutting him down from pitching stuff, because he wanted to play so bad, and I don't think it's a money thing for him. I just think he loves baseball.
The problem is the problem, and I there's a lot of players you can say that, but what happens in this league, in all these leagues, and it happened in football a couple of years ago. Someone did that, and they were pissed off at him. You take less than your value, you devalue everybody else.
Right.
That's what the problem comes from. So if he goes in as if Ohtani walked in and said, I'll take $20 million a year. That's fine with me. I'll be set for life, which he would be. Give me a guaranteed.
He's probably already set for life,
give me a guaranteed $300 million for 10 years. That's $30 million. I'm fine. Everybody else would be like, that's bullshit. You can't do that.
Right.
Because now I want $30 million, but I'm obviously not as good as you. So they're going to offer me 25.
Right.
Because you took that. That's what the problem is.
Right.
He sets the standard.
You devalue people.
So
oh boy.
The Cubs podcast I listened to had an interesting question. Would you rather have Ohtani at $40-50 million a year or Soto from the Padres? Mind you that you would sign him to an extension and the number one free agent pitcher like Aaron Nola.
I take B.
Take B.
I already said I'd take Bellinger and Nola over Ohtani.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Bellinger's a wild card because I still think I'm worried about if you get him back, if he's going to be the same guy. Because remember, he was down 2 years in a row. Had a great year last year. Maybe it was the change of senior was great for me. He loves Chicago.
I think he's just healthy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I'll take 2 for 1, paying two guys $60 or $70 million and one guy $50.
Right.
Because at least if someone gets hurt, you still have one of them still hanging out.
Exactly.
And Nola is a good pitcher.
Yeah.
I think Nola you could probably get for a decent price.
Right.
Because is he a free agent or is he going to have to be traded?
He's a free agent.
So I think that's got to be number one on Cubs radar. We talked about this the other night. I was talking to a friend of the show, Bob and Andy, Cubs fans, and they agree. We agree. I think Stroman opting out was a blessing this guy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we might have talked about it here last week.
We did. I said it was addition by subtraction.
Yeah, it was a blessing this
You know who he's rumored to go to?
Who?
St. Louis.
Oh, then he'll be a Cy Young Award winner. Great. Well, he was on pace for the Cy Young last year.
I know.
He was
until he opened his mouth.
And he got hurt.
Right. No, until he opened his mouth. Like, hey, I want an extension.
Oh, and then and he pitched like junk.
Yes.
For like 3 or 4, and they shut him down for a few
Right.
weeks. Yep.
Yeah. Like karma.
Yeah, karma.
Right.
George George will tell you that every time.
Right. Who is it? Reese Hoskins?
Yeah, they just said he's should be a rumored target for the Cubs.
Yeah,
middle of the lineup bat that plays
if
first
they
and
can't
can DH.
get
Pete Alonso.
That
was a rumor too for the Cubs getting Alonso. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I think that was set up by his agent to have the Mets like step up, which is fine.
That's fine.
Yeah, let me use the Cubs. I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Well, I think getting Craig Counsell is going to change the Cubs' thinking. They have to. They have no choice. They can't just go and stand pat and say Counsell. Well, I mean that's what. No, the Cubs. That's their thinking. Oh, look what he did in Milwaukee. Here, this is good enough for you.
No, it's a move to win.
Well, if that's the biggest,
season signing, they're in trouble.
for the Cubs, that's really going to be tough, man.
Gonna be a cold summer.
Dude, if that's all they do, I'm gonna be pissed.
I'm just saying. I just said it out loud, but you never know. This is what the Cubs aren't built like that. That's a Brewers thing. And the Brewers, I read an article. The Brewers are probably selling. They think after what they did with Counsell, not kept him, and he's gone now. Not what they did, whatever. People argue that he left. No, you didn't offer him enough money. It was what it was.
Right? They didn't offer him enough money back in fucking August.
Yeah. Maybe if they would have offered him $6 million, he would have stayed. I don't know.
He might have.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think them not offering a contract.
I think it fucked him right away because and to announce it before the season ends, was dumb. It's just stupid.
It is still the most. It's still out of all sports signings in the last 10 years. That was one of the most out of left field signings I ever saw.
Yeah,
really?
I never thought he was coming to Chicago. No, I never thought he was coming to Chicago. There was no way.
We talked about that. I brought that up in the podcast like months when they announced that
They
he's going
signed
to be a
Ross
free agent
in the summer. That's the thing.
But
So
they
what?
had just extended Ross. We're like, there's no way.
So what?
Yeah,
It's an opportunity to, first of all, weaken a division rival.
Yeah.
And make your team better. I don't care what anyone's. I think Counsell is the best manager in the National League.
Yeah, I could agree.
You disagree.
I just don't know. I mean, well, you know what?
We're gonna find out.
Yeah, you know what? And I'll be. You know what? I'm fine with him being the best man. That's great. I'll take that. I'll take it.
I think what's going to be an adjustment for him is trying to make
is parking in Chicago and driving there.
And trying to make a silk purse out of a sow's ear because he's always having to find somebody to take over. Now when you have all this,
there's more pressure now.
Right now you have all this on you that you have. Oh, you can get this guy or have this guy. And look at his infield; he's got a great infield, right?
Yeah, but he played for Leland, so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well,
So he's
grizzled.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't smoke in the dugout.
Right.
I think I do like. I'm glad they did it. I felt bad for Ross, but I think Ross at times you could tell he was
overwhelmed.
Yeah, at times. Yeah, I think I think he should have started somewhere as a bench coach. Maybe
He just got offered a job.
Yeah, he did.
Yankees said no. Wants to be a manager.
Oh well, and I was kind of surprised that today someone just signed a manager. Yesterday, who was it?
Angels.
Astros.
Washington.
The Astros.
Who they?
Their bench coach. They elevated.
Yeah, he's been there forever.
I'm surprised they didn't
Who is
give
it?
Ross.
What's the name?
Joe.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Joe Smith. We'll call him
Aceto
that.
or something like that.
Yeah, he was there for a bunch of years, and they elevated him. So
Continuity.
yeah. I mean, the team's got what they got, and they know what they got. So, and he's, if he learned under Dusty Baker, he's got to be a genius.
And AJ Hinch knows how to use a camera.
AJ Hinch still got a bad rap in that. Once again, not the only guy.
Joe Espada.
Oh, there you go. Joe Espada. Yeah. So yeah.
Are you talking about football now?
In a second.
No, yeah, because you got that thing.
Well,
you're
no,
gonna
I have your
talk about.
segue here to football. I'll send you it to read later.
Okay.
You want to do the football now?
Yeah, what's the football?
Well, it's the Immaculate Grid. You know what that is?
No.
It's 9 things. Players that have played for the Raiders, Cowboys, Packers, Jaguars. Any guesses?
Jan Jurkovic.
Not one of them.
You know someone that's played for all those teams?
You got 3 people here. One, they have played for the Raiders. They have played for the Cowboys, the Packers, and the Jaguars.
3 guys have.
3 guys. One guy has played for the Raiders and Cowboys. One guy has played for the Raiders. Yes, that's what it is.
Okay, so someone's played for the Raiders and Cowboys. And they attach, so it's 7 degrees of separation.
Yeah, it's a square. It's a square. There's.
I don't get this.
I'm lost. What the fuck?
Have you guys never seen this?
Oh, it's like a Sudoku puzzle.
Yeah.
Yes.
So guy
We're
and
gonna start with the
And
Raiders.
he played for the Texans?
Okay, so I'm gonna start Cowboys and Raiders.
Yeah.
It could be any ever, or is it the last 15 years, 10 years?
You know that I have no clue, but there's 3 guys.
One's
right
a
here.
receiver. Who's the receiver?
They do them for every sport.
You know the guy?
I have him right here.
One's a wide receiver, right?
Most of them are all wide receivers on here.
Yeah.
So our receivers would be a big thing.
It's not CeeDee
Okay,
Lamb.
let's break it down like this: Raiders, Cowboys.
Okay, so the first play for both teams. Well, that could be a million people. But then you got to know who. Then the next thing is then they attach and they play for. Then the guys.
Just to break it down like this: Raiders, Cowboys.
Right.
Start there.
Give us the player. Let's start there. Just give us the first one. Just give it to him. Tell us the guy's name.
For the Raiders and Cowboys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Amari Cooper.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
Perfect.
I mean, well, every guy on this list last 10 years.
Okay, so next now.
Raiders, Packers. Pretty simple.
Devontae Adams.
Yep.
Okay.
Raiders, Jaguars.
Oh, okay. Okay. I see what you're saying.
This one's a little harder.
Raiders, Jaguars.
Kind of a secondary wide receiver guy. 3 names.
Pew pew.
Donovan People-Jones.
Nope.
He went to the Lions.
Was it my face or the sound, Tim? Or both? Who was it? Jaguars? I lost track. Jaguars who?
Jaguars, Raiders.
Jaguars, Raiders. That's a tough one. Jaguars, Raiders.
3 names.
Another receiver, though.
Like secondary type guy. Not.
Well, we all know him, I'm sure, obviously.
Yeah.
Billy Joe Richardson.
Billy Bob.
Oh, I'm actually a liar. He played with running back.
Maurice Jones-Drew.
You're right.
He played for the Raiders?
Yeah.
Yeah, at the end of his career.
Oh, he was from UCLA.
Yeah, and he wasn't a secondary back. He was a starter.
I've never heard of him.
Yeah, well, you know, he was a secondary receiver.
Cowboys and Browns.
Bernie Kosar.
Amari Cooper.
Right.
Cooper, yeah.
Let's see if you guess this one. Packers and Browns.
The quarterback.
No, Smith.
No, it's the quarterback that went from the Huntley. No. It was the cow. He just played this year with them. He's in the play. Yeah, that's that. I'm right with the guy's name, right?
Not the guy. That's not Tyler. Not Huntley.
Defensive tackle.
No.
Smith. No.
It's quarterback, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the kid that he played for the cow.
Aaron Rodgers, Mike McCarthy last year. That's
he
that
was
backup that came in when he both broke his collarbone.
What the hell's his name? What's the backup quarterback?
Pizza restaurant downtown.
Pastorelli's?
Sal's?
Carl's.
Kaisers.
Oh, Deshaun Kaiser.
Yep.
Yeah.
Deshaun Kaiser, that's right.
Yeah, yep.
Jaguars, Browns, running back.
Maurice Jones-Drew.
Pew pew.
Kareem Hunt.
Also played for the Niners.
CMC.
Did he play for you, those teams?
Run DMC.
I'm surprised I didn't get that one when I said he played for the Niners, too.
He did play for the Niners?
Yeah. 2. That's another team.
Who do you play with?
This is Cleveland and the Jags.
Cleveland, Jags.
Also played for the Niners.
Bernie Kosar.
Niners. And
he was bigger for the Niners.
He was a running back?
Yeah, he was with Kaepernick and the boys in New Orleans.
Latavius Murray.
No.
I don't know.
Carlos Hyde.
Who?
Carlos Hyde.
Oh, Carlos
Hyde.
Carlos Hyde.
Because he was on Super Bowl
Ohio
team,
State?
correct? I'm not wrong about
Ohio
that.
State running back, too, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Yes.
Texans, Cowboys.
Pew pew.
A tight end, right?
Nope.
No.
Receiver.
Texans, Cowboys. Oh, Brandon Cooks.
Yep. Texans, Packers.
Receiver?
Mm-hmm.
Randall Cobb?
Mm-hmm.
Randall Cobb.
Packers, Jets.
Jaguars, Texans.
Jaguars, Texans.
Running back?
Jaguars.
Cornerback.
Singletary?
Nope.
I don't know. We don't know that one.
Panthers.
Give us that one. Give us the name.
He's on the Panthers right now. AJ Boye.
Yeah.
Boy! Boy!
Yeah, I mean, no, they have these for
Yeah, that's not fun.
baseball.
that hurt my head.
You want to do the one for women's basketball? we can do one for soccer.
Kelsey Plum. That's all I need.
They got soccer, hockey, football, women's basketball, men's basketball, and baseball.
No.
You know what? Let's do the beer.
All right, yeah.
Let's have some beer.
I got one for beer on here too.
No, you know I do want to say before we do the beer. I do want to say Do you see the Don Staley clip of the team photo after they won a tournament or something recently? It must have been they took a picture after, and they were in a group, and it might have been like an opening season women's basketball tournament for college. Must have been because they were taking a picture at the end, like on a center court, and one of the girls she went to make I'm like a winning sign or whatever, nothing bad. And then she went like this and kind of looked at Salem and went to put her hands down right away. Well, another girl did it, and Dawn Salem was about to take the picture, and she took her paper and she smacked her hands,
yeah.
knock it off.
Yep.
It was awesome.
It was great.
Oh, like they were giving out gang signs?
Yeah, or something
Well,
like
I
that.
think it was just like I'm a winner or whatever. It was nothing. I don't think it was bad.
Right.
But Dawn Salem was probably smart enough to say, "Hey, knock it off," because
Right.
people think it's that we were doing.
Right.
You know, it's just going to be.
I like Don Staley.
Oh, I loved it. I earned so much respect. I liked it before that, but I'm like, that's awesome. That's great.
Right.
You know, show respect, and part of your job is to teach someone how to be an adult.
Right.
So let's do the beer.
Give me the cups.
I like beer cause it is good. I drink beer because I should. If there was a song to sing, I sing it and beer you bring. I drink beer when I am sad, cause the beer it makes me glad. Now there's nothing left to say, so let's go drink beer. Beer is good! Beer is good! Beer is good!
That beer is good. I like beer.
You're an ass.
You gonna try some?
Nope. Looks
What?
really good though.
All right, so
just for the fact you brought Ecto Cooler too, it makes you an ass.
That's what it is?
That's the other one.
Oh, it is?
I brought this.
Oh, I'll have one of those for sure.
Yeah.
Tim can. Huh?
I did that on purpose. And I know Tim knows.
What is that one?
Asshole.
Is that the one we're doing though?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that one.
So Presidential Brewery, it's in Portage, Wisconsin. Stopped there a week ago.
It says Portage, Michigan.
Portage, Michigan. You're correct.
Jesus fucking Christ.
How much you had to drink over
Hey,
there
look,
already?
Look at there's even a mitten on here. Okay, is that the state I live in? Are you
It says
live in?
Michigan brewed.
Yes. So, anyways,
it's not even my fucking beer, and I'm correcting you. The fuck?
Thank you, Tim.
You're welcome.
Thank you. But
Pay attention.
Yeah, I'm trying to pay attention. Pour beer and talk at the same time. That's pretty tough, guys. So this is called the Executive Order, number 8. It's a true breakfast stout. Involves jelly and donuts. A tangy elderberry and blackberry are blended with real, fresh donuts to create a sweet stout with jammy fruit notes.
So
Breakfast
basically,
of champions.
it's a beer shake.
So we gotta have like a little sip, just a little taste of it. No, just a try.
I haven't drank in 2 weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't drank in 19 years.
Okay, well let's try it.
Cheers.
Yep.
I like it.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Very good. Very
pretty
good.
smooth.
I
It's
can
real
taste
smooth.
I taste the donuts in it. But we went to
Are they
this-
glazed?
Somebody glazed them. I don't know. But
Tickle fight. I say.
But their beers are all named after presidents, which I thought was pretty.
What's this one named?
This is Executive Order number 8, or something part of the.
I found a few of those in a dumpster.
Did you really? Was it
I
good?
want to know what's named after Clinton.
I'm looking for it right now. There's something here.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Slick Willie.
Cigar poker, number 8. Blue dress, number 6.
The intern.
White stain.
It's a white stout.
Yes, it is.
Protein shake.
Oh God.
God, come on. Where's the names of these? Jesus. But yeah, I wasn't well prepared. Sorry, guys.
No, that's okay. Whatever.
But I brought the beer. You gonna have some more?
Yeah, sure. What the heck? I'll live once. Jason, want to try it?
No.
Tastes like coffee.
The one named after Bush would be named Guantanamo.
Ed wouldn't like it because it tastes like coffee.
It's not. No, it's not too. Don't
No.
have those notes. No, I like it. Got like a
Donuts.
sour taste to it, almost like a sour stout, in a little bit.
Yep.
I had a beer last night. We went before. It was from Good City. It was called Home. Just a lager. It was pretty good.
Philip Phillips make it?
Not bad. Yeah.
So here's some of the names.
Yeah.
Achy Breaky Harding.
Ooh.
Barbara Bushels.
Wait, I thought you said they were named after presidents.
Oh, well, Barbara Bush. I mean, I guess
She's not president.
People right around.
I think they're supposed to be like in relation to.
relation to. Yeah. Calvin Creamridge.
What?
Dill Clinton.
Dildo.
A big pickle.
Pickle.
See, it's Dill Clinton.
Nice. I like it.
Fake Brews. Said fake news. Jimmy's Peanut Farm.
Okay.
Bet you it's a peanut butter stout.
Mm-hmm.
You're correct.
You are correct, sir.
Rutherford B. Hayes.
That's a hazy IPA, probably, yeah.
Reisenhauer. It's a rye.
Oh,
Rye what?
Rye beer. Rye IPA.
Ooh.
You ever have rye? I love rye IPAs.
Never had one, I don't think. I
Really?
bet I have. I just don't remember.
Sorry. I want to try one.
Yeah.
Chandru Jackson Raspberry.
Is that
Sour.
a sour?
Yeah. Seems like it. Berry.
Or like a raspberry. It could be like a raspberry just flavored.
It's like a milkshake. Stout.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Ooh, that'd be good. I
Yeah.
bet.
Sherbert Hoover Raspberry. That's a kettle sour.
Ooh.
The Buck Stops here, which is a muted caramel hop lager.
Who's that named after?
The buck stops here was what president said that?
Kennedy, wasn't it?
Teddy Roosevelt.
Roosevelt, yeah. The buck stops here, yeah.
And the vanilla oat mama.
That says it this weekend. The buck stops here.
I am the buck.
And then write-in ballot Raku, but it was good. So, yeah, good
That's
place.
a Joe Biden one.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I'm surprised there's not like a hanging Chad.
Nursing home IPA.
That was for Ed. I don't like that one. The write-in ballot is for Biden. Okay. Good beer, Willie. I liked it. I might have Ecto Cooler in a minute.
Yeah.
Ecto Cooler.
So let's talk a little bit. You got birthdays tonight?
I do.
Oh, you do? Ooh, it's going to be a one-on-one battle, me and Tim.
Yeah.
Mano a mano.
It was good to see Glenn this morning. It was fun.
They were going shooting, huh?
Yeah. Because you're going to play him here? I go, no. He goes, yeah, we shouldn't. Huh? I go, why? What are you doing? He goes, well, we're going to the gun range. I go, that's probably not a good idea.
Well, they should have two and a chaser.
Right. Make Bloody Marys with Jägermeister and see how you shoot.
Because Amy was like sighting in her gun or something like that, right?
Yeah, she plans going hunting or something.
Yeah, she was going deer hunting with her dad.
Oh, yeah, I need to talk to you about that Packer game for next week.
Oh, yeah, yep.
Sunday,
right?
Huh?
Sunday, right?
Yeah. Against the Chargers.
The Chargers.
Lost a close one today.
Yeah. So, yeah, let's talk about the NFL. We got up to this point of this week. Some good games this week. A lot of. There was yes.
I have a question once you get through your.
Okay. Before that, there was a lot of close games, like 4 or 5, and then on last second field goals, or 3 or 4. A lot of games came down to the final 2 minutes. But yes, Tim, what's your question?
Who's on the hot seat right now? Who do you think is on the hottest hot seat?
Man.
Belichick, LaFleur, Staley.
I don't know. Belichick, it's hard because who he is. I don't know, but that's not a reason to keep a coach. I don't agree with what he did at all today. Taking Mac Jones out for the 2-minute drive that was going to could win the game for you. I thought it was a poor move. I don't care how bad you can't take your starting quarterback out. If you're going to do it, take him out, start the fourth quarter.
Right.
Start the third quarter.
Right.
You don't take him out for the 2-minute drive and throw, hey, Zappy, get in there. Huh?
Right.
He's over there eating a Twizzler going, me? Okay. And, he didn't do anything different. I mean, he threw a pick and the game ended. So, LaFleur, I don't know. I'm guessing he's having longer leashes because, different year, younger players. I mean, the make of the team is a little different from last year, but they're not doing anything. They're just not. I just think they get away from the run too easy. They don't run the ball enough. They stay away from it, and I don't get it. They want to drop him back. He dropped back 40 times today in a game that was it wasn't like they were down by 20. There was a close football game.
Right.
You got
10-6, wasn't it?
Yeah. No. That,
you're talking about Packers.
Yeah, Packer. But it was. They were never down by more. Well, they were down by 10 to start the game.
Right.
But they got back in it. There was within within.
Then
2
they
or
were
3.
up.
Yeah.
Lost fourth quarter lead.
Yeah, and I don't understand with that. I don't know if that's going to be I don't know.
I think the defensive coordinator is gone after this year, no matter what.
Defensive.
Joe Barry. And I think Gutekunst should be on the hot seat for not having a veteran receiver, either a veteran tight end or a veteran receiver, that safety valve guy, where it's like he can bail Love out when he needs to. A DJ Moore type. I mean, I think the Bears lucked into getting DJ Moore with that pick. I thought it was an absolute steal.
Oh, I do too. I agree.
So, I mean, that's the kind of guy we needed this year for Love to help him out.
Yeah, because nobody really realized the Bears with what they did. They got DJ Moore and Darnell Wright's been playing incredible.
Yeah.
He's been after game since the first couple games, getting his feet wet. The last 4 weeks, him and Tevin Jenkins have been the highest rated right side of in the NFL, the top 3. So they did great. I mean, that's one thing they got right. Give them credit for that. But yeah, you're right with the Packers. Right. I just don't. I mean, the defense ain't allowing 10 points, but once again, they didn't address. I mean, even if you went out and got a veteran linebacker to throw in the middle or something, or something to help them out, they have the pass rush talent, but they just don't get home a lot.
No.
It's weird. It's just not. And today their offensive line played a little better at times. I thought their offensive line had struggled the last few weeks. Maybe they're getting a little cemented there. T.J. Watt's going to get his. It's going to happen. Right. It doesn't matter. You're not going to keep him out of the backfield all game. But he had time at times, and I don't know. Right. It's just I don't know. I think LaFleur gets a pass. I think for another year, just because it's new year. They whatever. I think that. Take care. I think Staley is well on his way out.
Right.
I really do. And today, they lost today in a back and forth game.
Who they lose to?
And the Lions. You have Lions 41-38.
Yep.
Wow.
Last second field goal.
How did Kyler Murray look today?
Terrible to the end. And then they're praising him. He had a nice long run, but he wasn't good all day. He was
No.
okay. He was okay. They won though. They ended up coming back and beating the
Falcons. Yep.
And Heineke got hurt. What's the name had to come in back in?
Arthur Smith's got to be on the hot seat too, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I think he's on the hot seat just because his usage of Bijan Robinson is just
criminal,
disgraceful. They got Cordell Patterson taking series. They got Tyler Algier taking series.
right. Don't they have two good backs? Algiers and
Algier and Robinson, and they got Patterson. Here's what I watch obviously, I watch football. There is not many. Here's how it goes. Your best back gets all the series except for like 3 a game.
right.
Okay? That's how it works. That's how it should work. Bijan Robinson, if they're trying to save him, and maybe they are. Maybe they're like, you know what?
Save him for what?
They're on the playoff hunt. But he's a rookie. And when he runs the ball, he looks totally different than Bijan Robinson and Cordell Patterson. What I saw there. He just gets the ball and he goes.
Yeah.
There's no effing around with him.
Right.
I mean, he gets very limited carries, and he does pretty well with the carries. And you hear this from running backs all the time. It's like a shooter. You don't get in rhythm if you only get 10 carries.
Right.
It's volume.
Right.
Volume.
Right.
And Arthur Smith's a great one. He might be the highest. I think he might be the one that's closest to the end. To be honest, I know Staley we keep talking about, but I don't know. He just if they don't make the playoffs, and Bijan Robinson ends up running for X amount of yards, if he's getting 5.5 yards a carry and only gets 150 carries,
right?
They're gonna be like, what the fuck?
Right.
Hey, we got him for next year though.
Yeah. For the next guy, will be happy.
Oh
with
yeah,
you.
Right.
for sure.
Man, it's my
not too
job.
many miles on it.
Give the kid the ball.
Right.
He gets the ball until when he's tired, he can come out.
Right.
And I think Eberflus, obviously, I don't think he saved anything. I think they would have lost. I don't know. The Bears aren't good at that, but if they lost last Thursday, there was 10 days off. I don't know. They could have fired him, I think.
Probably.
The Bears aren't known for that, but I was at the game. I'm like, if they lose this game, there's a good chance he goes because they got 10 days off.
All right.
You can elevate who you want just to change the cult, for a minute. But it's firing coach in midseason does nothing in the NFL. NBA could work. I think baseball can work, but not in the NFL. It's just weird because you're not going to change. What are you going to do? What's going to change? Well, and then it's not like you fired them when you started out 0-3, and it's like, okay, they can come back.
You mean you can't change culture in the middle of
They're 3-7. I mean,
right.
they're not making the playoffs. There's
can't
no
change
way.
your culture in the middle of the season.
No. So it's
Antonio Pierce that.
Yeah. Well, this week he's getting shown. He's not playing the Giants this week. A little different. The Jets defense, a little bigger animal.
A little bit.
But although they're 9-3, it's close games. Close. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I agree with you. All those guys, I mean, are great picks. I don't. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's.
How about McCarthy if they don't win a first round game?
I think McCarthy, and like I said, Deion, man. So who do you think's the coach? You say you have a
Belichick
coach in Dallas. Yeah. Wow.
Well, I like that.
I can see Jerry making that move.
And that defense is built to win now.
Right.
Got the quarter. I mean, he can control Dak. Dak's not terrible.
Right.
I mean, he had a great game today. I mean, against a poor team, but at least he had a good.
Brings O'Brien with him as offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Did you see?
Josh McDaniel comes back and joins them.
Could be.
Yeah.
McDaniel's one of those great coordinator, terrible head coach. Wannstedt, Dick Duran, Romeo Cornell.
He's a great wingman.
Great wingman.
Yep.
Right.
But I don't know about the whole coaching thing. It's tough
Right.
for him.
Brian Flores.
Flores. Once again, their defense in Minnesota, man.
Right.
They're playing a different volume of ball now, and that once they learned his defense and got going after a couple weeks, they're playing well.
Yeah.
Another coach that adapts to his talent.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yep. Yeah. So, yeah, I like all those the pods. Man, that's good. I never thought of that for the Cowboys, but yeah,
We should come up with an over and under about how many coaches get fired.
Yeah, let's think about that. Let's think about that for. Well, you know what? We'll hold off to like late in the year. Make that a note though. Like week 16, the most coaches won't get carried. What is that called? Black Monday.
Right.
Yep. Black Monday.
So the day after their last game, which would be like January 10th or 9th, we'll do the week before that show. The way after New Year's, we'll do our over and under for coaching fire. Maybe we'll do a predictor. Write down a list of coaches you think is going to get fired.
Right.
Area pick 3 coaches that are going to get fired, and or 4. No, maybe make a list, and 5 guys will pick 5, and whoever gets the most right.
Hey,
whatever.
Put it in a confidence pool type thing.
Yeah. you got to put 5 points by one, 4 by the other, 3, and we'll keep it. Yeah, we'll do that. It's a good idea. But that'd be fun.
Yeah.
You talked about Bill O'Brien a couple of times. Did you see him screaming at Mac Jones?
Yeah, there was a video, like a side video. He was screaming at Mac Jones on the sidelines. Like berating him.
I guess they're fed up with Mac Jones. Like, I guess he's just a petulant child there.
Well, at least let's be. Well, at least I will say this: the Bears didn't screw up and pick him. At least, not that Justin Fields ain't a world beater, but at least at least he can run away and get out of trouble. Go!
Yeah, but I don't know. Like,
would Justin Fields be better in New England?
Would Mac Jones be better in Chicago?
No.
Would he be better in San Francisco?
Nobody better in Chicago.
How about San Francisco? Mac Jones would be great for, that's who Shanahan wanted.
That's who Garoppolo basically is. Yeah, that's what they were talking about taking, but they took Trey Lance instead. And Trey Lance, by far, Trey Lance is the worst pick of that draft at this point, right? We all agree on that.
Yeah,
he's a what?
North
Trey Lance,
Dakota,
the worst
right?
pick of that draft.
What year?
It's a draft with Trey Lawrence,
Trevor
Lawrence, Trey Lance. The third quarterback was, who was the third quarterback in that draft?
Mitch Trubisky?
No, because the Bears took Fields that year. But maybe Fields was the third quarterback taken later. Thought it was 5 quarterbacks that year. Because it was Mac Jones came after Fields.
Right.
So
it
was
Jones was 12th, wasn't he?
12th or 13th. A lot, and I think Fields
DeVito?
was 11 or 10. I think Fields was 11 or 10.
Yeah.
Bears traded up for him one spot or 2 or 3. I can't remember exactly.
I can't believe that was it CBS? Did they have that? Was it on or was it Fox that had the Dallas game? It was such a blowout because a lot of times they'll go to another game.
Yeah, they left it on.
They left it on because I think it's Dallas.
Well, and you had Seattle, Washington. That was in a tight
Zach
game.
Wilson was the second pick.
Yeah, Zach, and then Trey Lance was 3. I'm sorry. So
right.
So obviously, if I had to redraft it, I think they would go. I honestly think they would go. And this ain't any kind of. If you had to redraft it, I guarantee that it would go Trevor Lawrence and then Justin Fields would go second.
Yeah,
I believe he would. And to be honest, Trevor Lawrence is anything special. He's good, but to be honest, that whole draft right now is becoming just a draft of quarterbacks. A couple might be okay,
right?
And some aren't that great. Maybe Mac Jones is a better situation, like you said. Tim might be better.
Micah Parsons was in that draft.
Yeah.
So was Jamar Chase.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Chase. That was when the Bengals took Chase over the tackle, and then the Lions took Sewell.
Yep,
Penny Sewell.
Penny Sewell. Yep.
Jalen Waddle was in that draft.
Who?
Jalen Waddle.
Yeah.
Patrick Surtain second.
Yeah. It's a good draft. So let's talk about some of these games that happened today. New England, and speaking of New England, go over to Germany
and lose
10-6. And I watched some of that game, and it was worse than the Bear game tonight. So yeah, nothing great about that game.
So it's Bill Belichick's second time being 2-8. Last time it happened,
Who was with the Jets?
No, last time
the Browns. I'm sorry, the Browns.
No, last time was like first season.
Oh, with the Patriots?
Patriots 2000.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that'd be a bookend to a career, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it? Wow.
So New England and Indianapolis. Baltimore, Cleveland, we talked earlier about that. I brought up Cleveland. Cleveland wins 33-31 in one of the better games of the day. There was like 3 or 4 really good games I saw today, but that was one of the games that I think stood out. I don't know. I just don't know how you lose a 14-point lead at home when you're supposed to be one of the best teams. And that's why we heard about last week. They're one of the best teams in the AFC.
Who's that?
Baltimore. And then now, and not from us, but just anything you watch, you're trying to push them on you. And I said last week, I don't buy Baltimore ever, especially when they're the best team in the AFC that one year, and Tennessee just made them look silly in that playoff game last year, that 1 year. So I don't know.
So it's their first win when trailing by 14+ points.
Cleveland?
Yeah. They'd lost 24 straight of them. The last time they won a game like that was in Baker Mayfield was their quarterback.
The Buccaneers won
week 3 in 2018 against the Jets.
Yeah, that I mean, like I said, I like to see that's good for Cleveland. They need that. That city, how they got screwed over anyway a few years back. It's nice to see them get that. That's a big win for them.
How'd they get screwed over?
When they moved out.
Oh, yeah.
They had to start over, basically.
Right.
So moved to Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Yeah, so actually it was a battle of Cleveland.
The Ravens.
Green Bay, Houston, or Pittsburgh. I'm sorry, Pittsburgh wins 23-19, and one of the another one of those games that was just kind of both teams are not. They're not good teams. Either team playing. Pittsburgh obviously has a better record now, but I don't think Pittsburgh can.
No, they're going to get bounced the first round.
Well, if they make it, Baltimore, they got to play
It's
Baltimore,
a tough division,
and
man.
Cleveland.
Yeah.
Well, like I said last week, I think every team is still in the playoffs if they started today.
Yeah.
Who's the other team in that division? Oh, Cincinnati. Well, they lost today. We'll get to that.
Right.
Oh, that's next.
Hottest team?
Houston, yeah. Houston Texans, hottest team in football.
Coach of the year.
Yeah, could be 30-27. Talking MVP talk has crept in now for C.J. Stroud.
Won't happen.
No, he's got to make the playoffs, and I don't know if he will. He could, but I don't know if he will. We'll see.
Who is the last rookie of the year to win MVP?
I'm gonna guess Dan Marino.
No.
Okay. Because I know he went to the Super Bowl his rookie year, so that was last rookie winning. Chris Bryant. No, that wasn't the same year. Oh, it was the same year, wasn't it? No, it wasn't the same year. It's 2 years back to back. We're talking football, though, right?
Right.
Sorry. Sorry.
Mahomes.
Sorry. Just doing some.
No.
Oh, so rookie of the year, so it has to be his first year in the league.
Right.
And then also won the MVP of the league.
Right.
So
Oh,
it wasn't
geez.
Peyton Manning for sure because he was
No.
dog shit his first
Wasn't
year.
anywhere close to us being alive.
Oh, so it's going to be a hard one.
Right. Actually, it's not, but it is.
It's just someone we're not thinking of. Bart Starr?
No.
Amiche.
I don't know if he was ever MVP.
Jim Brown.
Jim Brown.
Jim
okay,
Brown,
yeah.
no. That's
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Well, okay.
Come off the lacrosse field.
That's going to be hard to ever happen again because it's always a quarterback first and foremost now. And they very rarely as a quarterback. We're seeing it this year, though. C.J. Stroud is a very, very legit possibility, but it's first time in a long time.
Right.
And most time, good players are rookies, or running backs, or possibly receivers over quarterback rookies.
Right.
So, that's a great story.
Little quiz on that one. So C.J. Stroud, he's got 2,626 passing yards this season, the most through a rookie's first 9 games. He trails 2 guys.
In rookie passing yards?
Yeah, through 9 games. I'll give you the years.
Okay.
2020 and 2012.
Well, I would say
Cam Newton?
Cam Newton, is that good?
Nope.
How about Joe Burrow?
Nope.
Wow, 2020 was my...
Pat Mahomes? No, he didn't. He played.
2020 was the COVID year?
Yeah.
Well,
he came out of the Pac-10.
Justin Herbert.
There you go.
Oh, Herbert, yeah.
Yeah, he's 26.99.
Yeah.
And then 2012,
So that's
this guy's
11 years
retired.
Indianapolis.
was it Luck?
Andrew
You are
Luck.
correct.
Nice, good one, Tim. Nicely done.
2,631 yards. So
Yeah, he's a guy that's saying that he got to get out of the game because he was very good.
yeah,
He just got the shit kicked out of him.
Yeah,
I believe.
I think if he would have been in a better situation, he would have won multiple Super Bowls.
Sam Howell might be going on the same fucking path. He's getting fucked. Right.
Yeah, I mean that's a problem in this league now. It's hard to play long in that position now because you get smoked.
Right. Well, you're not getting smoked as bad as you used to, but still get hit.
like Carr.
You get hit. Even if you call a penalty, you still got hit. You get the penalty called, he still doesn't go away. The hit.
Right.
Right.
Oh, I feel better now. The penalty was called. Kirk Cousins. Just call the play. Roar!
That'd be a great T-shirt. Glenn's face and stuff.
So Houston beat Cincinnati, the team we were all over last week. The Bengals, tough game today. Joe Burrow had a couple bad picks today.
Yeah.
Stroud had a bad pick too. That almost cost him. Well, it did cost him 7. Got him back. In the
They
game,
lost
but
Hendrickson too, right? They're
at the end of the game.
Yeah.
They
He
filled
got
the right.
rolled.
Well, the guy he was standing up straight, and the guy that was trying to get extra yards kind of got pushed, and he stumbled back and clipped his leg.
Right.
So they might have lost him for the year, maybe. That's
Right.
going to suck for them because obviously he's a great pass rusher. So the Bengals lose, and the Houston wins, and they got the same records now. Those two teams.
yeah.
So interesting playoff position.
Coach of the year.
Bengals big game coming up, must-win game against the Ravens
Ooh, big one is that?
next week.
And I think they owned the Ravens the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Obviously, Lamar Jackson playing all those games, but I'm not. I have Lamar Jackson in fantasy. He is nothing special. He bothers me so much. He's just so.
Right.
Anyway, New Orleans, Minnesota, great game too. Minnesota took a nice lead, 27-7, I believe, or 6. And Minnesota, New Orleans got back in, and a car got hurt. Winston came in. 27-19, they had a couple drives at the end. They just couldn't get down the field. So, Minnesota win. And Minnesota is arguably the hottest team in the NFC right now, next to the hottest team in the AFC with the Houston Texans. because they've won, I think, 6 out of
Minnesota Houston Super Bowl. That'd be awesome.
That'd be crazy. That'd be nuts. Jacksonville San Fran gets back on the winning track, and kind of that. My thought of AFC owns the NFC, that didn't work there.
No.
34-3, and they were trying to force feed CMC at the end to get that touchdown record. He ended up tied all time for 17 straight games. And who was that with? I can't remember. You got the name there, Willie, or no?
I'm looking for it.
Walter Payton?
And I have a problem with that. I do. I didn't like that. I don't like them doing that. It's nothing that's going to change Christian McCaffrey's path in the NFL. It's cool to hold record, but what happens if he would have got tackled and tore his knee up?
Right.
I mean, that's what I don't like about it. I'm looking at, I don't care about going for the record. It's not like it's an NBA game where we're trying to get another assist or another. I mean, to be honest, if that was the NBA or baseball, that'd be frowned upon.
Right.
That'd be, you would get lambasted about that.
Right.
But I mean, NFL's, they're handing the ball up 34-3, trying to get. He got 4 straight carries at the goal line and tried to get a pass to him on that last play. I'm like, what the? So, but hey, they're back on the winning track, 34-3. It looked just like we thought they did before they lost 3.
Super Bowl. Chip.
How about Tennessee Tampa? 20-6. Tennessee loses again. He might be in a hot seat for Abel.
Nah.
Another guy. I don't know.
No. Well,
they fired Jeff Fisher.
Right. Well, new GM too probably wants his own guy.
Yeah, and if Variable moves over and gets another job somewhere else.
Go to New England.
It's what you say. Go to New England because Belichick's going to the Cowboys, right?
Do you think if he had a choice of jobs, do you think he'd want New England? I don't think I would.
No, do you want to go? Well, he played for Pittsburgh too, right? He played for Pittsburgh and.
They have nothing really that makes you go like their roster is not awesome or anything.
Challenge. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. If he was. I don't want.
What other jobs would be open? Though?
I don't want the Bears hiring another defensive guy. So
right.
I don't. I like Variable too.
Right.
I just don't want another defensive guy. I don't. At this point, you need to go offensive and have something that's going to help you.
We'll get McDaniels to run.
No.
No. Come on.
No. How about he go? How about he goes to? How about you like Jim Harbaugh? But that's kind of like a pipe dream for a lot of teams. But how about he goes to San Diego, Variable? Because think about that defense. We talked about San Diego. That defense is a high-priced defense that could be getting 38, 41 points in a football game.
Right.
In a big game in a season.
Right.
They're high-priced.
Right.
They have a lot of good pieces on that defense. They just didn't. Jared Goff looked everything. I thought this might be a tough game for them with that pass rush and that, but they looked. What set them up is they ran the ball really well today, and that helps.
They actually used their rookie running back.
Oh, yeah, Jamar Gibbs got used, and so did Dan Montgomery. Huh? They both got used. They know how to use them. A lot of nice play calls, a lot of little inside handoffs and stuff. Very good play calling, and obviously it's great. That's what I want when you watch games like that. That's great play calling.
Right.
But if they ran that same plays with the Bears or whoever, it probably wouldn't work. Just because it's the team.
Right. So let me ask you, if the Houston coach makes the playoffs, he's probably the favorite for coach of the year.
Yeah. He may be coach of the year even if he wins 8 games.
Okay.
Outside, I don't know right now. I don't know how the makeup of the other teams that are making it. We don't know.
So Campbell, with their remaining schedule, they could legitimately be the number 1 seed in the NFC.
He should be coach of the year.
Yeah. Okay. That's my question.
I think he's coach of the year if he makes the playoffs this year.
I think he's coach of the year if they win the division.
Yeah, I think he is because
which they will do.
Yeah, if he doesn't, they're saying I just look at it this way. You got to get someone. It's like almost like the Shanahan thing, and I think Shanahan's. This is no offense to Campbell. I think Shanahan's a better X's and O's kind of coach.
Yes,
I think Dan Campbell has a great staff.
Agreed.
San Fran doesn't have a great staff, but
right.
I'm saying Shanahan. It's his ideas being spread out, where Campbell's more of a guy that. I'm going to be the motivator. I'm going to run this team, but I'm going to trust you guys to make sure every part runs right.
Absolutely.
And I think that's why he's a great coach because he's doing well. And he's just, every year he's been there. It's went from being, okay, okay. Oh, last year, wow. They didn't have nothing to play for. They went to Green Bay and won the last game when Green Bay had something to play. They won a game they could. It was cold out. They could have said, "Fuck this."
Seattle lost. They were in the playoffs.
Got right back in the bus and went home. They didn't have nothing to play for.
Right.
And that game,
they thumped.
That game showed you they were ready to be good.
Yes.
Because they went out there and there was nobody on. Because I guarantee he told these players in the locker room for the game, if anybody goes out and lays an egg, you're not on this team next year. I don't care who you are.
Right.
We're going to win this game because we're here to win this game.
Right.
We didn't come here not to win.
And I guarantee you, once they win the division or top 3 for the NFC for seedings, how everyone's going to be praising their draft.
And it was a great draft. Jamar Gibbs was panned.
Right.
And it was a terrible pick. And I didn't mind the pick. I thought it was great. Little Thunder and Lightning with Montgomery.
Right.
I thought Montgomery going there was a great job for them. I thought he's that's why you needed a guy like that, speed guy, because Montgomery isn't that speed guy.
Right.
Although today he had like a 70-yard run.
Yeah.
But I guess fool me once.
Right.
But I think that they did great. Like I said, I like Montgomery. All the guys the Bears got really last few years, I have no problem with Montgomery, Roquan Smith. He had choice words this week for the Bears, of course. Blabbing about how, I'm glad I'm on a winning team. He tends to forget that he was on a winning team the first 2 years he was there. But anyway, besides the point,
right?
These guys, I love how they just like back. The only reason you're here at making this money is because these teams provide you the opportunity to get better and make this money.
Right.
And David Montgomery kind of had a back in a comment a few weeks ago, too, to the Bears a little bit, too. So whatever. That's the game. Right. I get it. Roquan Smith, great player. Montgomery, great player. Right. Glad they're doing well with there. It's awesome. Yeah. I have no problem with the guys. Yeah. But, yeah, I think the whole Coach of the Year thing is I think it's kind of Dan Campbell's a lose. I don't know. If I'm looking at this right now, Bengals wouldn't get it. I mean, maybe if Minnesota fights through and gets there and you know what, and they win the division.
They're not going to win the division.
Well, you never know,
right?
I mean, I think they play Detroit this week.
No,
I don't know. I could be. Oh no, the Bears play Detroit this next week.
Yeah. In Detroit.
Okay, yeah. So I don't know when they play or whatever, but I just think that. But I'm just saying, right. Kevin O'Connell with Cousins being down, they get this big, and they were 0-3 to start the year. They won a few. They won. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Just looking at the list right now. I don't know. I mean, who won it last year?
Coach of the Year? I probably got fired though.
Was it? Who was it? It wasn't Andy Reid, of course. Was it Sirianni last year for the Eagles?
I think you're right.
Because I would say Sirianni would be a kind of an odds-on guy, but when you're favored to do what you're doing, it's hard to win that. They were one of the teams that were favored to do well, so they're not going to give them the. I think
Brian Daboll.
Oh, so how about Sirianni this year?
Yeah, but they're favored.
Yeah, they were. We all figured they'd be good,
right?
It wasn't like they're. Oh my god, yeah. So I think you're right. But I think Dan Campbell could do well. But if Houston makes the playoffs, though, I don't know, man. It's a tough one,
right?
Because they only won 3 games last year, and that was a thing that you have to look at that too. But I think it's kind of Dan Campbell's to kind of lose. I don't think Houston makes the playoffs right now. I think they stumbled on a stretch at times, but their division is they got to play Jacksonville at least one more time, I'm sure. But the Colts and who's the other team in that division? Colts are very beatable, obviously.
Colts, Jacksonville,
Titans.
Titans very beatable. So the only team they got to worry about is Jacksonville, I think. I mean, so if they play them 2 more times, I'm not sure. You get lucky and split with them. That's a win-win, right? That's a win,
right?
So I don't know. You're looking at the schedule, Houston's.
Yeah,
look it up real quick. That's kind of a good thing. I'll go on next game when you get it. Let me know. So Tampa Bay wins. Baker Mayfield, nice game again today. Mike Evans, nice game. Tampa Bay right there. I think they're outside the playoffs, just missing by a game or something. So they're still not a bad job by what's his name this year. I wasn't a big fan of his. I'm not really, but the coach. What's his name? Not a fan, but he's doing a pretty good job. The coach of the Buccaneers, the defense coordinator, or the ex-coach,
the Meathead?
Todd Bowles,
the Meathead, according to Sims Kid.
Yeah. So go ahead. What's the schedule?
They go Cardinals, Jaguars.
Winnable. Tough.
Both at home. So they're at home against the Cardinals, at home against the Texans.
Okay.
At home against the Broncos. Then they go to the Jets, at Titans, home against the Browns, home against the Titans, at the Colts.
That's what their last schedule is? I got a 5-3 going out then. That's a playoff team.
I think they're 6-2 going out.
I got them losing to the Browns, Jets, and Jacksonville.
I think they beat the Jets.
The Jets' defense is just going to be tough for them, I think.
I think they beat the Jets and they split against.
The way the Jets made Herbert look last week,
right,
was because it cost me a fantasy game, so I know that. I lost by 6 points, and Herbert didn't throw a touchdown pass.
I think they lose.
I know it.
I think they lose to the Browns and the Jaguars. I think they go 6-2.
But you know what? And once again, we're saying this. They'll probably lose to the Broncos,
right,
at home, and then
they'll be 11.
But they'll beat the Browns, and they'll kill the Jets.
Right, if they go 6-2, they're 11-6, or even at 10-7.
Well, 9-8 could get you in.
Right.
So I don't know. We'll see. That's good. That's an interesting thing to remember. Remember that conversation.
Oh.
Let's see. End of the year. Brock Campbell, and I forget his name. I can see him I can see him too. What's the coach of his name at Houston? The ex-linebacker, DeMarco Ryans. Yeah.
Yep.
So Atlanta, Arizona, good game. Final field goal, another close game. Aaron Rodgers, obviously. Kyler Murray returns. Had an okay game, like I said. Had a nice few big plays with his legs.
No Clayton Tune though, huh?
No, not better than Clayton Tune. I will say that. But Atlanta kind of pissed that game away. They probably should have won the game. But you know what? Arizona wins 25-23. Like I said, it just helps the Carolinas pick be higher. That's all I care about. Detroit wins again, 7-2. They move to the number 2 seed, I believe, in the NFC. They should be right behind Philadelphia.
Right. Yeah, it should be Philly, Detroit, San Francisco, right?
Yeah, right at this point. And maybe Dallas is 4 now. No, Dallas can't be because if Philly they'd be 6 then. And it'd be who was leading the other division, Tampa or Atlanta or New Orleans is actually leading that division at 5-5. They're 4th seed right now.
Wow. At 5-5.
Yeah, because that division winner gets the 4th seed.
That division sucks.
Yeah, so you get a division winner. Yeah, that's crazy.
Tampa, New Orleans.
I think Tampa wins that division though. They're gonna sneak up and win the division. I think because I think New Orleans. Watching them today, they're just too up and down. I mean, the Bears should have beat New Orleans. And actually, the Bears win the game with Tampa, so that division is pretty bad.
Right.
That division is bad. They were in both those games. I'm like, so I can. That's
Right.
my measuring stick. If the Bears hang with them, you're not very good.
No.
And that's the Chargers' 13th loss by 3 or fewer points.
Yeah, I mean,
since drafting Justin Herbert.
Let's go back to our thing. Brandon Staley's on the hot seat. Although remember they weren't going to. Not Staley wasn't, but remember the coach before that wasn't going to start Justin Herbert. Remember that though.
That's right.
That goes on
Anthony
history.
Lynn.
Yeah, Anthony Lynn,
who's now with the Lions, I think, right?
Yeah, he's our D coordinator, right? He'd be or offense coordinator.
No, that's not. He's not that Luke guy or that. The kid is going to be a coach next year.
Ben Johnson?
Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson, yeah. They keep talking, bring his in with the Bears, which that'd be typical Bear bullshit. No offense to Ben Johnson, but anyway, he was a coordinator at Houston, I thought, Ben Johnson, for a minute.
May have been.
That could be, yeah.
Wasn't he an Olympic sprinter, too?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that's Ben Johnson, yeah.
Yeah.
Yellow eyes?
And he was got caught.
He did?
Juicing.
So Detroit wins fast last second field goal 41-28. 38. Great game, back and forth. It was a fun game to watch. If you like scoring. It was great going back up down the field. Very defensive light today in that game. So Mike Williams had a great game. Amon St. Brown had a very good game. Montgomery rushed well. Gibbs rushed well. Eckler had a pretty good game. I think catching the ball. Just a lot of good fantasy game. If you had players in that game, you did pretty well today. Giants Dallas. Dallas does what they're supposed to do. Covered the 15.5, 16 points they covered. And it went over. Be a great over bet, too. 49-17. Dallas wins, and they righted the ship again. They're right back in the mix with everybody else.
Giants lose any quarterbacks in this game?
No, Tommy DeVito. He still was home with his mom.
Yeah. Mom and dad.
The whole family was there.
Chicken cutlets for dinner every night?
My clothes are washed and everything. I wouldn't think I'd admit that.
Why would you move out?
That's a great point. If you're not married or don't have anything going on.
Kirk Cousins didn't he live with his in-laws for fucking like 8 years?
Oh, yeah. You know what, too? And the thing is, when you're a quarterback like that, maybe it keeps you grounded, too. You just can focus. Not that he's doing anything special. No offense to Tom DeVito, but maybe it keeps you in focus. You know, you're at home. Nobody bothers you, I guess.
Mom, the meatloaf!
Can't have ladies over, maybe. Mom
Right.
won't allow it.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's an Italian family.
Yeah.
DeVito, yeah.
I'm guessing. So, and Washington, Seattle 29-26. Once again, last second field goal wins that game. Seattle 29-26.
Seattle might not make the playoffs. They were talking about they were a long shot for the West.
You know who, and this will probably give it away to you, but Jay sent me that stat. I wish he would have him sent to me. Who are the top 5 last week? So not after today, the last week. After last week's games, who are the top 5? Well, just give me the top 2 in passing yards in the NFL. Top 2.
Stroud, right?
No, he's not. No.
Justin Herbert?
No. Well, think of the team that scored tons of points for a while there and kind of they're number 1. He's number 1.
Dak.
No.
Gino?
No.
Oh,
Tua?
2 is 1. Guess who 2 is?
Jalen Hurts.
No.
Not Mahomes.
No.
Justin.
Jared Goff.
Now, Jay told us this, and we had a look. We made sure it was right. Maybe he was looking at something weird, but Sam Howell.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's throwing for a ton of yards this year.
Wow.
So you would never guess Sam Howell.
Yeah,
Right.
no, you wouldn't.
Because you did the same thing you did. Me and Ed, because we were going to the Bear game.
You know why I would-
Me and Ed named the same guys you did. That's
Right.
what we did. Same laundry list.
You know what? Why I would not believe that? Because he's been
Good.
sacked 1,800 times.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So just think if he wasn't sacked so much, how many yards he would have.
That's a great point.
Right.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Right.
I do have a couple things for you guys.
Okay.
First thing is, thank you, Tim. A little Ecto Cooler. Second beer of the night. Remember, if you never had Ecto Cooler, from where's this from?
This is Eagle Park.
Eagle Park. Ooh.
Eagle Park.
You can drink tomorrow night, Tim?
No.
You're not?
Not drinking for a while.
Just because you don't want to? You have to tell us.
It's a cleanse, doing a little plan. So end of the year.
Okay, nice. Good for you.
Yeah. I'm jealous though. I really want.
I'll drink yours then.
Okay. Because that's my favorite. This is my favorite beer this summer.
Yeah. Yeah, it was very good. It was awesome. Where did you find it? Oh, at the baseball game, right?
At the Milkman game.
Oof. We drank a lot of those. Anyway, so first thing I found was this. Let me name the players in order. And some are retired and some are still playing. Actually, 4 of them are retired and 2 are still playing.
Calvin Johnson.
The most sacks in their first 100 career games. So whoever got, and there's no number set there.
Watt.
But who was the fastest getting to 100?
Watt.
Which one?
The retired one.
Okay, JJ is 3rd.
Okay. TJ?
He's 2. Just as to say, he jumped to 2.
Oh, wow.
And he's still got 4 games left before 100 also.
Nice.
But he's not going to catch number 1 unless he gets if he gets 17 sacks in the next 4 games, it's going to be amazing.
Strahan?
He is not on here.
Really?
First 100 games though. So
trying to think of guys that
the first
you say
one,
he could be retired. It's what's his name? Play for the Giants. Right?
Strahan?
Not Strahan. No, the other guy.
Lawrence Taylor?
There's no giant on here.
Really?
Nope.
Wow.
And this is just remember first 100 games, fastest to
most in their first 100 games.
Yes. So Lawrence Taylor obviously is in the top 5, but not in this list.
So our first 100 games would be the first 6 seasons, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you're right.
7.
Yeah. You want any hints?
Sure.
Well, the first one I actually have to give you a hint. He's probably the all-time sack leader, or not all-time, but he's one of the greatest sackers.
Joe Klesko.
No, one of the greatest sack. He was an ex.
Bruce Smith.
He played for the Eagles.
Oh, Reggie White.
Reggie White.
Oh, and the Packers. I don't want to give you that one. Okay, Reggie White's number 1. T.J. Watt 2. J.J. Watt 3. 4th was a Cowboy.
Michael Parsons?
Nope.
No, he's not even.
No, probably not played 100 yet, but he'll be it. Miles.
Charles Haley?
No. Good guess, though.
DeMarcus Ware?
Yes. 4. Well, this is easy. 5 is a Bill.
Do we name him already?
Nope. Buffalo. Bill. His name's not Bill. It's Buffalo Bills. Maybe you said him.
I did. Bruce Smith?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. You said him?
Yeah.
My bad. Yeah, he's there.
Yeah.
He's 5. And last is someone that played. We just talked about how I thought it was a great interview with the Browns. Was a great interviewer on the Browns.
Garrett.
Yep, Myles Garrett has 84. So it's 84, 84 and a half, 85, 87 and a half, 88, and then Reggie White 105.
Holy shit.
He had 5 more sacks than games. That's incredible.
Does that include the USFL years too?
No,
Remember,
it's just NFL. I think most sacks in his first.
Because didn't he play in the USFL before?
He started out, I think.
Memphis Showboats.
Yeah, for a year or 2. So he didn't play in the NFL. He missed the NFL for a year or 2. First 100 games in the NFL. So he had 105. That's like 1.00001 sack a game.
Right.
That's a lot.
Yeah. It is a lot.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
It is. So, holy shnikes.
My other one is, this might not be football related, but it was investing.
Andre Reed.
Oh, no, this is entertainment. We'll talk about this later.
Taylor Swift.
Shake it off. Just shake it off. Did you see Travis Kelce was at our concert the other night? Jenny told me.
No.
Yep.
Good for him.
In Venezuela or something. Because on her bye week.
She canceled one of the dates this past week.
Why?
Water.
Puppy love.
The water probably couldn't walk. I don't know. Horse. Her voice was hoarse.
It was like she was riding a horse. Anyway, yikes. So what do you got birthdays?
I do.
Anything about the NFL? Anything else? NFL wise? I'm sorry.
I already did my hot seat, guys.
Yes, you did that. Well, I thought you want to talk about something else. We thought. What was the other thing you put on there? And we got to NFL.
That was it.
There was one more thing I thought.
No, the hot seat. Like
Okay,
Belichick going to Dallas.
I just want to make sure. Oh, that was it. Who was going to Dallas? We were surprised. Okay. That wasn't much of a surprise, but okay. I'm just kidding.
Sorry.
I worked out this morning. I apologize. I'm a little on edge.
I worked out before I came here.
I'll just tell you. I'll just say it now on air. So I owe you for the Charger game, right?
Yeah.
Just keep the money for tomorrow night's ticket, and I'll give you the difference.
Okay.
It's like $90, so whatever I owe you separate, let me know.
Well, how much is the ticket?
93 it was for the Bucks game.
Okay.
So whatever, just so I don't forget. I just told you now. So don't.
All right. What do you want? Brats or you want?
Well, we'll figure it out. Just
All right.
Yeah, I can go pick up something too. Just let me know.
All right. Well, I got.
Maybe we'll go shopping together on Saturday night.
I'm good.
We do that. We'll go.
Okay.
Go to the store and grab some stuff. We'll split the bill or whatever. We'll skip through the store, holding hands. Wait, next Saturday night, make sure I'm going to be around. Yeah, I should be.
All right. I got nothing going on Saturday.
Just let me know. Or going a day or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I'm taking that whole week off of work. The whole next week.
Oh, it's 3-day week. Yeah, I'm taking off. I'm just off Wednesday.
I took Wednesday
because I'm going to do some pre-cooking and stuff for Thanksgiving, and then meet us out on Wednesday night Thanksgiving. You should meet
Absolutely.
us out after bowling.
Yeah.
Just text me. I'll let you know where we are. Whoever wants to meet us out. I don't know where we're going, but
I'll probably go because you're going to be at Katormson's, right?
Yeah.
It's right down the road for me. So
I'll stop there and then come over where we go.
What time do you start?
6, but we're done like right on. If you want to come by and just hang out for a little bit there, I come by about 8.
Okay.
Because then we get done by 8:30.
Right.
So you don't got to be there all night. But okay. Well, that was
All
fun.
right.
We made plans now.
Go talk to Nine Toes.
Everybody heard our plans, so that's good.
All right. So we don't have to text them out in the group chat.
No. All our plans are done. So let's do birthdays. Willie, you got birthdays?
I got birthdays.
I need your song. If I don't do a song, Willie gets upset.
Hey.
Today is your birthday. Today is your birthday. Today is your birthday. Today is the day. Today is your birthday. Today is your birthday. Today is your birthday, dear someone today.
And we have a Benchwarmer birthday this week.
Who?
Is it Eric?
Eric Bradley on the 14th.
Oh, yeah. He's going to be... is he 50 yet? He'll be 50. No, 49.
I think he's a year younger than...
49, 48?
Yeah.
Your birthday's coming up, isn't it?
Yep, it is.
Yeah, when's yours?
Yeah, mine's the 28th.
You'll be 62?
62. Yep.
It's a Wednesday, right?
I think it's a Tuesday.
Yeah, 22nd is a Wednesday. Because I think Thanksgiving's on 23rd.
Yep.
I think.
It is.
Oh, yeah, 19th is the Packer game.
Right.
20, 21, 22. Yeah, 20. Yeah. Yep.
Yep, it's on a Tuesday. Okay.
60 Tuesday.
60 Tuesday. All right, who's going first?
I'll pass the distinguished gentleman from Kenosha.
Kawaka. Al Michaels.
No, you. Al Michaels.
68.
66.
79.
Damn.
Wow. He looks good for his hair gel or hair dye.
You know that guy's never eaten a vegetable?
How's he?
There's so many jokes.
No, he's never eaten. They were talking about it on.
And he looks good.
So what's her name?
Moving around that wheelchair was tough.
Wow.
Ed, we miss you.
So what? How does he? I wonder if he takes vitamins. His doctor gave him so you don't eat vegetables. You got to take vitamins for that stuff. You can't just go through life without eating vegetables.
I don't know, but he does not eat vegetables.
Well, I mean, he eats potatoes. I'm
yeah,
sure,
meat and potato.
But
guy.
green, anything
green vegetable.
I don't know how you go through life without eating vegetables.
What about corn?
How can't you go through?
That I don't know.
What's vegetables?
Yeah,
You can't say you don't eat vegetables if you eat corn.
But you eat a good. You eat a good. I like a good salad.
Right.
I love salad. I get some vegetables. I like a lot of vegetables, but I get not liking some of them. I understand the concept, but how don't you go through life without eating a vegetable?
Yeah.
And live to 80?
I guess when he was younger, he was never made to, and as he got older, he goes, "Well, I'm not going to." Then you're not gonna.
You gotta
You know, a lot of times when you get older, you try different foods or something.
You gotta get him on a show and talk about that.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll come on here.
Yeah.
He would.
Let's try. Dear Al.
Dear Al, come on the bench warmers.
All right. We have questions.
We have questions.
Chris Noth. Do you remember from Sex and the City?
Mr. Big, right?
Mr. Big.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say he's 59.
62.
69.
Damn it.
Fucking of course he is.
Yeah, why wouldn't he be?
Right.
Everybody's favorite. I think you remember seeing this commercials on TV. Yanni. Remember Yanni?
The fiddler or the violin player?
No, he's a piano player.
Oh, yeah, Yanni.
You sure he's a piano player?
He is a piano player.
You sure about that?
Yeah, pretty sure.
I thought he played like a flute thing.
No, that's
Skin flute.
Zamfir.
63.
74.
69.
Well, there's no more of those, so that's fun. I should have guessed 69 every time. I'd probably do okay.
Fucking bullshit.
That's horse shit.
Your turn, Scott.
Travis Barker.
Of Blink 182?
I'm going to say he's 47. It's got to be around about there. He's got to be in that area.
43.
48.
Yeah, just because he was famous. Like he started Blink when he came out in my 20s.
Who did he marry?
Kardashian.
Yeah.
Courtney, I think.
Yep.
And Jenny was telling me today
she's white. He's white.
Yeah, I know. She's giving me the lowdown on the family because she watched the Kardashians and
Who?
Jenny on the Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and she said she's kind of like got in an argument
Distancing
with, got in an
herself?
argument with one of the sisters, and now she's not on the show a lot, kind of distancing herself because she's kind of doing her own thing with him now. They got a kid coming or have a kid. I don't know. They just had
Right.
one.
But he was married to somebody else before that, right?
Yeah, wasn't a Playboy model.
Yeah.
Was it Shannon?
Yeah, Shannon.
Moakler?
Remember they used to have that thing at TV or show on MTV.
Yeah, was it Shannon Moakler or Moakler?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, because he has a kid with her,
Yeah.
a couple kids.
He was in a car crash, right?
Plane crash.
Plane crash.
Yeah, and he actually just started flying again recently, but he didn't fly
Fuck
for
that.
years.
One plane crash is enough. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I know the odds are like
Better
great.
than driving, but
Right. Yeah. Fuck that. One plane crash, I'm John Madden. I'm getting a fucking bus. I don't care.
he ain't going nowhere that you can't take a bus to.
Exactly.
Or you could take a boat too. You could take a ship over
boat's
to
fun.
Europe.
Nice how Chris Craft.
Yeah,
Little
there
wood
you go.
one.
Trolling motor all across the Atlantic.
All right. Sorry.
Picking up guys floating in the trying to get to Europe from Turkey or something. Beverly D'Angelo.
She was in Vacations, right?
Yes. Al Pacino's lady, or was.
She was in American History X too.
Yes, the mom.
Yeah.
Good call. Great
Right.
call. Who's it? It's Tim. I think it's you.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
Yeah.
68.
I'm gonna say 81.
72.
Ooh.
We were way off.
You ever see Lucky Number Slevin?
Slevin?
Slevin.
No.
It's I'm trying to think of the dude's name. Very underrated. Morgan Freeman's in it. Ben Kingsley's in it. Really good. It's from like 2000 or something like that.
It's like a crime drama type thing, was it?
Yeah, it's really good. There's a nice Bruce Willis is in it.
I think I've seen that then.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the actor where he was like really hot for a while in the 2000s, and he was in the Black Dahlia.
I don't know.
And he just started coming back to acting again. I can't think of it.
John Travolta.
No.
No, it's his hair dye.
Do you
The Black
remember?
Dahlia.
Yeah. Now he doesn't have any hair.
Oh yeah, he shaved his head. You're right. Yeah.
No More Plants.
Yeah.
Next one, Chad Kroger.
From Nickelback. They're gonna be at Country Thunder.
Are they really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. I might go. Want to go, Tim?
You guys
Fuck
get,
no.
You guys gonna get a tent together?
Let's go. We should go, Tim.
You know what? Actually, I do want to go to Country Thunder. Don't want to see them.
Well, you'll go that night. They're there, and you hang out.
I'll go.
We can rock it out.
Oh, I got a question to ask you after the show.
Yes, boxers. So Chad Kroger, I'm going to say he's 49.
Fuck off.
All right.
Josh Hartnett.
Oh, yep,
Oh,
yep.
yeah,
He was in that war movie with, was he on Pearl Harbor? Or what was that called? Was Josh Hartnett in with Kate Beckinsale?
That was and Ben Affleck.
Was that Josh Hartnett in that? Was
I
he
think
in that?
so.
I don't know.
Stanley Tucci's in it. Lucy Liu.
I think I've seen this movie.
Yeah, it's really good.
Rev Run.
Oh, that's your guy. Run's house.
Whose house?
Run's house.
60.
Let's say he's 64.
59.
Damn it.
And his birthday's the same day as Eric's birthday, as well as Travis Barker's birthday.
Nice.
Travis, Rev Run, and Eric.
I should probably play that. I have a Run DMC album I haven't unwrapped yet. So
There you go for his birthday. Played on the 14th.
whose house?
Run's house.
Rachel McAdams.
Yummy.
I think it's you.
It's you.
What's me? Ooh, I'm gonna say she's fairly young. I think I could be wrong though. I'm gonna say 39.
45.
Oh, nice.
Make it more convincing. 45. We got Kevin Nealon.
He's awesome.
He was a Weekend Update anchor for a long time, right?
He was for was he? I think he was for a while.
Well, he's always kind of the
he was
straight
the
guy.
He was the husband in the Head Wound Harry thing I sent you.
Oh yes,
thing's awesome. Greatest one
Yeah,
ever.
it is.
Oh, who is it?
You.
Oh, it's me. No, I did Rachel McAdams.
Oh, okay.
So it's you, Hedwin Harry. Not Hedwin Harry, Kevin Nealon. I'm
63.
65.
70.
God damn.
I knew he was older, but I didn't think he was that old.
Right.
Mike Jones.
Oh, the comedian, right?
Rapper.
Oh, rapper.
What? From where?
Mike Jones, a rapper.
Wasn't Mike Jones a comedian too?
Yeah,
Or like
yeah,
in movies
it was,
with
yeah.
like.
Mike Jones.
Wasn't he the guy in Hangover? The guy that
yeah,
met,
yeah,
they
I
met?
think it was.
And he's
yeah.
the guy that had Kim Jong in the back, and he jumped out. He was naked. He's the guy that dropped him off.
Yeah.
That was Mike. No, it's Mike Epps.
Mike Epps. Okay.
That's not Mike Jones.
Right.
My bad. I don't know Mike Jones.
I don't know Mike Jones either.
I'm gonna say. Let's just guess. I'm gonna say 42.
I'm gonna say 45.
43. Very good, guys. Very good.
Oh, he sounded like Mike Jones. Like is like in the 40s.
Yeah, who the fuck is Mike from what?
Look him up. Mike Jones.
Mike
A
Jones.
rapper.
The fuck?
Danny DeVito.
Ah, Danny. He is 12 in Jersey Mike sandwiches. Pounds of meat. Me? No, I did Mike Jones first, Tim. So you got Danny DeVito.
What the fuck is Mike Jones?
No one ever seen him before?
Still tripping?
Huh?
Don't you remember that song?
Back then?
No.
We'll have to play it so we don't get in trouble
It
on
says
Facebook.
here it's 41.
Right. It says 40.
It says here it's 41.
Well, maybe it's the wrong Mike Jones, I guess.
Well,
Born 1981.
So who's this? You're up, Tim.
Who we got?
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito.
79.
Ooh, nice. That was a slick move.
Was he was married to
Rhea Perlman.
Rhea Perlman.
They got divorced like in the last 5 years, 6 years.
Oh, I thought she died.
No, they just got divorced.
Really?
It's weird.
Sammy Sosa.
Is that why he's doing so many fucking commercials?
That and isn't he still doing
Sunny in Philadelphia.
yeah,
It's still
yeah,
on. Yeah,
yeah.
it's still on even. Who you say? I'm sorry.
Sammy Sosa?
Sosa. Let me think. That was the 98. I'm gonna say 40. Oh no. I'm sorry, 57.
54.
55.
Motherfuck.
We're still right around him. Not terrible.
No.
Tanya Harding.
No, that wasn't her.
No, not me.
No, that was Nancy Kerrigan.
That's Nancy
Kerrigan.
Kerrigan.
She's
the one that fucking.
She's the one that Jeff Gillooly did the hitting.
Yeah.
I saw Nancy Kerrigan at a Cub game, and she had a fucking Campbell's soup jacket on, and the dude in front of me is like, "Why, Nancy? Why are you wearing that jacket?" Oh my god!
Did she look?
You could just see her like
Cringe.
Yeah. You know what I mean? She was tiny,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think she probably had a sponsorship with him. She probably had to wear it.
right?
Who's got this one? I don't even know.
It's you.
Tanya Harding.
Yeah.
She got to be 53.
Damn. I was gonna guess 54, but I know she's right around my age.
Yeah.
Tied up here.
And she's not a pleasant looking girl either anymore. She was okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
she wasn't
she's-
good looking then. She's terrible
She was,
now.
yeah.
Another guy with his birthday the same day as
I'm sorry. Look at the score.
9.
9 times.
9 times. 9 times.
9 times.
9 times. 9 times.
9 times.
9 times.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, there's that haircut.
Nice fucking haircut.
It looks a little better today. He's got his little.
Looks like a fucking walrus.
That's his. Me and Glenn were in his booth. You can see it. See it all back there?
Uh-huh.
It's all. That's his private booth. It's all white marble in there.
Is it really?
The whole thing's white marble. The whole thing. It was, and that's what that tour was cool. But every place we went on the tour, you and me will never be in in those areas ever.
No.
Ever.
No.
No. It was incredible the way these things were. His thing was like a little, like a beautiful hotel suite. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm just upset.
This guy's birthday's also the same day as Eric's on the 14th. Jack Sikma.
Oh, the Polish Rocket. I don't know.
Paul McKeskey.
I don't know.
Yeah, Paul McKeskey was a Polish rocket.
Just making stuff up now. I don't know. What would Sigma be? The blonde-haired bomber?
Might be.
I don't know. So is it me? No, it's you, Tim, this time.
It is Timmy.
68.
Wow, that was nice. I like that. Stay on tempo. Me.
All right, we got
the shot, man.
This guy's birthday is also on the 14th. Kyle Orton.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Neckbeard. Neckbeard would probably be. Oh, he was there in the 2000 Super Bowl team. In 2006, he played on that team. So 26, 20 years. He was probably been 20, 45. Man, I'm going to say 42. I did the math wrong.
I'm going to say 45.
41.
Damn it.
Ooh, I was close. I guess I did the math wrong.
He graduated from Purdue, right? He went to Purdue?
Yes. Orton, here's a who.
Was he after Drew Brees, right?
He must
Yeah,
have.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he had to
For
be,
sure,
yeah.
yeah.
Because he was drafted.
They went to the same high school.
I believe they did. You might be correct.
Somewhere down in Texas.
Yeah, Texas.
Westlake, right?
Yeah. That's because didn't they go to the same school as Kershaw and Stafford too?
They might.
They were just old. No, maybe not. Because Kershaw and Stafford were teammates, right?
Yes.
They played baseball together there.
Yep.
Can you imagine facing those two?
No.
Because I'm sure Kershaw and I guess Stafford could have played baseball.
Right.
Well,
And Kershaw
could have
was a
been picked.
lineman on the football team.
Yeah, Kershaw was a fucking monster.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, last one. We're 6 points. Dwight Gooden. Tim's up by 1.
Uh-oh. Tim's up right now, right, though? It's his turn. You're first, Tim.
Right. I'm just trying to think.
One.
53.
Okay, so I'm going to do the math here. 81, 91, 2001, 11, 21, 42 years. He's 60.
59.
Because he got drafted, I think, in 81, the
Yeah.
same year. Wasn't he drafted the same year as Augie Schmidt? And Dunstan?
I think so.
They were in the
I think
same
so,
draft.
yeah.
Yeah. So I think it was maybe it was the
82.
82 draft. Yeah, I was off then. Dang it. Right math. Just wrong year.
Right.
Tim, congrats.
Thank you.
Good job tonight.
Well done. Well done.
I didn't have the.
Golf clap.
You know why? Because I am the podcast.
Why? I don't. What is that from?
Because James Harden said, "I'm."
Oh. I was like, what are you talking about? Okay, now it's funny.
All right.
Let's go back to start a show. Start over.
Do I have to explain everything now? Jesus Christ.
Scott, did you remember to record?
Yep, we got bumpsies.
All right.
We got bumpsies here. Bumpsy. They're looks like we're talking on the thing.
Oh.
Little. Whatever that was.
Bumpskis.
Yeah, bumpskis.
Good tactical turn.
Yeah, they are. So right now, Rodgers, they're saying is eyeing against the odds mid-December return. Aaron Rodgers.
If they win this game, they're what? Over 500, right?
Oh, they're 5-3 right now, aren't they?
They're 4 and.
Or are they 5-4? Or they have their bye. I don't know. Oh, you know what? I had him in front of me a minute ago. I don't know. I mean, if they're in the playoff hunt, he's going to come back. If he's not, why bring him back? That's obviously the smartest thing to do.
Right.
I mean, there's no point in bringing him back if you're not going to win anything.
They're 4 and 4. They win.
5-4.
Yeah, but then they're at the they're at the Bills, home against the Dolphins, home against the Falcons, home against the Texans, at the Dolphins, home against the Commanders, at the Browns, and at the Patriots.
I think they win 4 or 5 of those games. I think.
They're talking like mid-December, so you're thinking like Jets Dolphins the 17th?
I don't know. And that's in Florida, right?
Yeah.
Which would be huge because
because he plays so well in Florida?
Well, the weather too, though. I'm just saying the warmth might be better.
Right.
That cold weather. Well, obviously he's got to be 100% when they're playing him, so it is what it is.
Right.
Look at the strip all ready to go for that race. The money they put into that thing.
Right.
That's all built.
Through downtown?
Yeah, they closed the strip for like 3 weeks now. The strip's been closed. They're building stands. They're taking out. They built stands over the fountains of the Bellagio.
Yeah. Wasn't Rick,
and people are pissed.
Wasn't Rick there this last week?
Yeah, well, I can't ask him about it, but the people have said they're pissed because they go out there, they didn't really know about it. They're going there, you can't see anything anymore. It's all covered up basically.
Oh, wow.
They drained water out of the like certain like fountains and areas.
So what?
They had to.
Because if a car went into, they might drown.
Well, because they had to build stuff. They built stuff on top
of it.
Yeah. But how much money does that cost?
Oh my God.
Just to fit the bill. They must make money off it. Obviously, they're doing it. But why does Vegas?
Did they make money like the Chicago made money off of it?
Yeah. They make a lot of money off it?
No.
Oh, they didn't make
because
nothing.
remember, it got rained out.
Yeah, the weather was shitty. Yeah.
Yeah.
But is it worth for Vegas? Is it worth for Vegas to do that?
Yeah.
Do you really think so?
No.
They don't need. I mean, it's not like.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Get that son of a...
Oh,
nice fucking tackle. See, that's what.
Here goes a fumble. I could see it coming too. Oh, I could see it coming too. It was gonna be a punch too. Great punch. Oh, I could see
Peanut.
Yep.
The peanut. That's what that should be called. The peanut.
They should just call it from now on. I agree.
Yeah.
He was great at that.
Yeah, he was.
Very good at that. You guys got anything else?
Hold on. No.
No. Yeah. No. Willie, anything on your paper?
No. What's coming up here?
I actually have something. So
Okay.
just a reminder that November is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. So,
Oh, yeah.
Not terrible to, reach out if you have problems with friends, not with friends, but I'm just saying if you have stuff going on in your life, reach out to somebody and talk about it, or go to counseling, go to therapy, work on mental health and be well.
Good. Nice.
Good
call.
one.
Perfect.
Well done.
Thank you.
What the hell is this? Just saw Nick. What's his name? Jimmy Fallon grab his
Jimmy
crotch.
Fallon with his
commercial.
He's getting dance lessons from one of the Korean guys.
Was that BTW
Yeah,
or whatever it's called?
Yeah, whatever.
BW3s? I don't know.
BW3s.
Oh, so I was going to tell you, I watched that movie a few weeks ago. I don't know if I told you last week. Maybe I did, but I'm just going to say it again. With Jennifer Lawrence, it's called, I don't remember.
Oh, I'll look at it.
Matthew Broderick's in it.
Yeah,
that's
did
a
you see it?
dad.
He looks like a...
He looks like a hippie. He looks
yeah.
terrible.
Who's in it?
Matthew Broderick is the dad of the kid. But there's some other. Oh, the brother from The Chef is on it.
Yeah.
I didn't watch Chef.
It's pretty good. It's a pretty good show. Decent. It hasn't come back yet, has it?
No.
It's been 2 seasons. The third one's coming up, right?
Yeah, third one's coming up.
Jack Reacher's coming out again.
Yeah, I gotta watch
December.
that. Someone's
That's
telling me
good.
about
That's
that.
good.
Yeah.
Jack Reacher's really good.
No hard feelings.
No hard feelings.
Okay.
Yeah, that was pretty good. It was
Watched John Wick 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How did you guys watch Old Dads on Netflix yet?
No, I don't have Netflix.
That's pretty funny with Bill Burr.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I saw some excerpts of it. I'm going to watch it.
Check it.
It's on my watch list.
It's pretty funny. It's just kind of funny. It has its moments. So, that's all I got. So, is that all you have? So, closing thoughts or maybe what you learned today? I don't know, something like that. I don't know.
Just my closing thoughts and what I learned is going to be the Mental Health Awareness Month. So
Okay. Thank you, Tim.
Isn't it also No Shave Movember?
Yeah, it's no shave, and that's for. Isn't like it's for awareness of cancer or something?
I think so. Like
cancer awareness.
Yeah. So a lot, yeah, and it's
Yeah,
things
which obviously I'm taking part in.
Yeah, and it's,
I've been doing it for a couple of years.
and it's Turkey month. We all like turkey.
Yeah.
Where are you going for Thanksgiving, Tim?
Tryptophan.
I don't know. I was actually kind of thinking about going out of town for Thanksgiving and just go somewhere and do nothing.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. I haven't gotten that far.
Okay.
So I'm probably going to decide this week. And
You going to parents if you don't go, obviously.
I don't know if I'm going to go anywhere. I might just stay home.
Really?
Yeah.
Stay home, make a pot of turkey chili.
Just stay home and make fucking pierogies and Polish sausage. So.
There you go.
Make a turkey breast for yourself.
Yeah.
You have leftover. You like turkey? You have a turkey?
I
bake?
love turkey.
Okay.
Yeah, my parents just did a fucking 16-pound turkey. We had they make this I don't want to call it cream turkey, but it's like turkey and gravy on buns.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It's like a chipped beef kind of, but you use turkey.
Chipped turkey.
Like shit on a shingle, the old school stuff. Nice.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
fucking great. So
Okay.
I've already had enough turkey to fucking last me till the end of the year. But
Okay.
I'm always like,
You're
turkey.
good?
Yeah.
What are you doing for Thanksgiving, Willie? I'm sure we'll talk about it again, but
We're going to door.
nice.
Nice.
So, not Roger.
Tony.
Tony going up?
Yep, Tony's going up.
Tony and Bunny?
Nope, no Bunny. She'll be in. I think she'll be in Manistee for her family, but I think Rube's coming up with us because what they got going on this week, that weekend too, is Chris Kindle.
Chris Kringle.
Chris
The
Kindle.
Kindle Fair?
They
Or
do
Kindle
that
Mart?
right at that barn beside them where they're at. That old it's like a historic. So they've been doing it the last couple of years, and this is they're starting that weekend. So So yeah, so Rubes is gonna go up there and work, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. You know,
just you and Sean, obviously, and
Ruby and Tony. Yep, we're gonna meet up there. I don't know if the restaurant's open or not. I doubt it. I doubt it.
You get a nice meal up there, obviously.
Oh yeah, for sure. So, yeah, kind of spur of the moment, we decided to do that. So I'm like, okay, I guess so. Yeah, I'm gonna miss Black Friday.
There's really nothing. Yeah. So, but Record Store Days, they do a Black Friday drop. You know, they release. I don't know if you guys know about.
You told us last year about this.
Yeah,
I remember.
So the list came out this year. There's nothing. There's no Taylor Swift. There's no. Last year was Taylor Swift, and it sucked because all these people, like,
that normally aren't there.
Yeah.
Did you buy one?
No.
Should have.
Yeah. Then I would have to like sell it, and I already have enough.
Or listen to it.
I don't. You know what? I don't think I've. I don't think I could tell you. Like maybe Shake It Up if I heard it. I don't know. I don't.
So you know.
I don't know any Taylor Swift songs, to be honest. Like,
I don't know any either. Really, I just don't.
I know when.
I know a couple. I think if you heard him, be like, oh, okay, yeah, but it's not like, yeah, I agree.
So what? 2 years ago, what was the? Is it Everest or Everlast? Whatever album came out, like secret album dropped. The guy that I knew said he was really good. He listened to it. I'm like, I just can't do it. Not that I don't think that she's not a good artist, or the fact that there's something about her I don't like. I'm not interested in her music.
Okay.
So
Michael Meyer.
That's fair. Notre Dame rookie.
Nice
catch too.
So how many games does Pierce have to win to keep his job?
Don't go based off the last guy.
I think they're going to replace him.
You think so?
Yeah, because the guy did a good job last time.
Yeah,
Steve Buscemi.
Yeah.
I don't know what his name
You mean
is.
the Packers?
Yeah, the Packers special team guy. Yeah,
right.
He was the guy, and he did a solid job.
Yeah,
the players liked him, and they just got rid of him for McDaniels.
Didn't they get him in the playoffs too, or something like that?
Yeah, kind of like Steve Wilkes for Carolina last year too.
Yeah, Wilkes. Yeah, got replaced by Reich.
Yeah.
But that's the problem there. Maybe they took the wrong quarterback. I guess they didn't do well in that.
Right.
They might have had the worst draft last year, taking Bryce Young, which at the time nobody knows. He looks okay now.
He always looks
he might have time.
frail
He
to
might
me.
have to learn because they don't have a lot of weapons there and stuff like that. I get it, but I mean, then they trade away this year's pick, and they trade away DJ Moore and who was signed. I mean, but you know what? Maybe Bryce Young will be next couple of years. You never know. Who knows? Things change. So. Willie, okay, I'm sorry. Closing thoughts, Willie, you, since I was asking about Thanksgiving.
What do we got going?
Uh-oh.
So you got the Bears-Lions game this week?
Yep. In a month, we got our Bears-Lions game.
That's right, yeah.
We got Bears-Lions coming up. Bears are probably getting about 10. That might be my guess on the road, if not more.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, we got Bucks Bulls tomorrow.
Bucks
right,
Bulls.
yeah.
We got Packer Chargers.
Yeah, Packer Chargers next week. Yeah.
And then podcast.
Is that game a noon game? I think we discussed this. Okay, good. Yeah, so it'll be interesting couple days or week here of sports. Should be a good time. Yeah, so it should be cool.
Yeah.
Anything else, Willie?
No, that's it. That's all I got.
I'm good.
I don't got much more either. Yeah, it's a good show, guys.
Yeah.
I like the three guys. You always think you don't have enough talked about. We have plenty to talk about. So,
right. Here it is.
Yeah, it's been 2.5, and we can watch the end of the game, and perfect.
Right.
It worked out great. So, guys, thanks for coming in tonight. We'll be back next Monday, I believe. We'll do a show. It'll be Thanksgiving week, so maybe do a cocktail. Maybe we'll start our cocktails of the week then. Well, we'll figure it out. So, thanks, guys. Thanks to Tim and Willie. I'm Scott, and you guys have a great week.
You too.
I hate goodbyes. Sorry, folks. Park's closed.
What happened? I blacked out.
Because we did something today that no one thought we could do, including us. So we're going out, we're celebrating, and we're going to rub it in this city's face.
I swear I've seen a lot of stuff in my life, but that was awesome.
Bye, Felicia.
Kids, there's Big Ben and there's Parliament.
Like give them more buys and highs.
Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end.
It feels so good. It feels so good. It feels so good. It feels so good.